Welcome to Tales from Aona. My name is Lance, and this is the beginning of the video. Nothing has happened before this. Everything that was clipped was not part of the video. Before we get rolling on session 13 of our live play D&D 5th edition campaign, a disclaimer. Tales of Aona is not a professional D&D show. There are plenty of great ones out there. We are just friends playing a game in a basement. You can roll a d6 and be one of our friends as well. We aren't actors. We aren't amazing D&D players. I am barely a DM. I forgot a joke this week. You got one? About being a bad adult?
No, not all about that, no.
Anybody have a joke about being a bad adult?
No.
I just am one.
I want to sell my feet for $5,000.
Yeah, for real.
I want to buy a foot for $5,000.
Yeah.
I have lost at least 2 pairs of shorts and 3 t-shirts somewhere in this house, and I've looked for a long time and can't find them this week. So that's,
He's on to us.
I look over like, you sons of bitches. You're all just wearing.
We're all
y'all have like 3 black shirts on.
We're all going to come in next week with Lance clothes on.
Lance clothes.
What even is that? Just black shirts and stupid shorts
And some hats.
and a hat.
And,
that
yeah.
says some version of the word Cleveland on it, probably.
And cycle through.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, I'm a bad adult. There's a chance it may not be for you, and that's totally cool because it's for us. That being said, we hope you do enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, we would love to hear from you. If you're watching us live on our Twitch, thank you. Drop a comment in chat and say hello. Ask questions. Tell me how I'm wrong about literally anything. If you miss a part of this show or want to get caught up, we're also on YouTube as well. We're on YouTube under @Tales of Aona. For one more week, we are cyber. You don't even know, man. We just had a big conversation about it. Someone in chat said the word cyber. We had a long conversation about cyber appendages. Yeah, check us out on YouTube. This is the last week that we will be at Lance Way. Starting next week, we will be at Tales of Aona on Twitch as well. I will be out of Twitch prison for crimes against naming myself, and will be allowed to be Tales of Aona. I just kept switching and they got mad. So anyway, let's meet the players and their characters. Let's start. I'm rolling a d6. That's what we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll start with Eurydice.
Great. I'm Eurydice. I play Melody, a resident Tabaxi bard / paladin / murderer. I feel like every week I give a new crime, so when Melody worked at the festival with their family, they used to pickpocket people who were like watching, the shows and stuff, and they would just grab a handful out of their pocket of whatever, but anything they didn't want, they'd put in the next person's pocket, and then take from their pocket. So
It's like the same.
It was paying it forward.
yeah.
It's like
Kind of
Robin
stealing,
Hood.
kind of giving things to people.
Wealth redistribution.
Yeah.
It's like Robin Hood with dibs,
Yeah.
basically.
Good. I'm going to not give you Robin Hood facts, and we're going to move on. Go ahead.
I'm Justin. I play Nyx, our other bard, and wasn't here last session, so
You well, we'll see. You can tell us about it when you inevitably get to recap it in a minute.
Fortunately.
Hello, I'm Willie. I play Ezekiel Hezekiah, or Zeke, the bugbear assassin rogue. I haven't done much assassinating yet, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Real quick, will you? That camera got bumped.
That was
Will you turn it ever so slightly to the right if you can? Right now, I went right back. Can you continue attempting to pull it to the right?
or right.
Yeah.
It like snapped back.
There goes my chair. I feel myself sinking.
I mean, okay. Could you? Now it's taped down. All right. Yeah. Keep going. Yeah. It's fine. It's just showing the whole TV, so it's like an Inception thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we'll. All right. Bucky.
Hi, I'm Sarah Padnose, but actually I'm Bucky. I play Sarah Padnose, a druid, eternal, optimistic. I feel like I should be giving fun facts about Sarah Padnose every week. I don't want Eurydice to be the only one.
I'm just admitting to crime.
No, I like it. Give me a fact.
Well, so I don't want to just do facts. So, like, I'm going to do what his favorite thing is, and every week will be, like, a different thing.
All right.
So I think for the first week, I will say that his favorite vegetable is all of them.
Nice. It's true. I'm Lance. I am the DM. I also play Sarah Sandvik and the other guy right now.
Gerald.
Jurl. So that's me. Hi.
Hi, I am Jason, and I play. What the fuck's my name?
Right.
Oliver Riverbloom.
That's why 6 weeks.
The Eladrin Fancy Man Rogue. And my Oliver's favorite thing is a finely crafted beef Wellington served by at least 3 humans.
That's the $5,000 meal I was talking about.
Like the tinier humans, those that are like under like 5 days old or something.
Babies.
Yeah, yes, that's what you call
Newborn babies.
Yeah.
Beef Wellington.
In a gold platter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a bed of
The
leafy
meal
greens.
is the baby, or they're the ones serving you the meal?
They're the ones serving.
Oh,
Okay.
The babies are just the platter. Just the Wellington just goes on top.
on a leafy bed of children. I want my beef Wellington. Josh.
Hi everyone, I'm Josh. I play Leaf, the Herengon Ranger, cousin to Sarah Padnos, and friendly farmer who hopes to save the bees, but is apparently maybe chosen by the goddess of destruction. So we'll see how that goes.
Stop fucking up the world.
Maybe he
Save the
wants to
bees,
leave
save
it-
the
Yeah,
world.
maybe he wants to leave it in a better place for the bees by ridding it of humanity. Okay, and Eurydice, one more time for you now. No, I'm kidding.
Hi.
Ready to go.
They're like, I'll do it.
Round
I have
two.
more
I'll do it
crimes.
again. Don't fucking test me.
That's how I
I've
start
got a
an
list on my
session.
phone of just crimes that Melody has committed. So I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Better make sure you put some extra notes at the top, like in the header, that are like, these are imaginary
These are
crimes.
real.
These are fictional crimes I made up.
Not real.
Not
These
real.
are
Thanks,
real. I
Steve
did
and the
this.
FBI.
All right.
Next week, arson.
Joe's
no,
not
it's
Got that already. No.
Done it. You're right.
Join us next week for Confessions of Arson. It is now time for our time-honored and probably best segment of the night, where we roll a d6 to see who gets the honor and privilege of recapping last week's session.
No D20.
We roll a d20 to see who rolls. I was playing with d6s
13
back
times, Lance.
Let's see what happens. Roll them bones.
I'm never going to
It's a
do
thing
this.
someone says, I think, right? You say
Have
that.
you not done it yet?
Roll the
I've done it.
bones.
Okay. Like, I thought we had all hit it.
What'd you get?
6.
13.
Oh.
I'll go last. How about that?
Okay.
I got a 5.
Trace.
I got a 15.
Every week, it's the person who wasn't here. I love it so much. So
Never
please, if you don't mind, can you please let us know what happened last week?
That's a good question.
Come on, I gave you a brief recap.
Yeah.
Did you do your homework?
A little bit, yeah. So, after the spa, you guys were traveling and went to stop at Sarah Padnos' house, and eventually had to go through and fight all of them.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I know.
Yeah.
There was a family reunion.
Yeah, it's a great family
The
reunion.
Padnos family reunion.
But
Oh,
Brings
you-
them to rest
Oh,
for the second
Pat-
time.
Padnos divorce.
Be a good merch idea.
Yeah.
Like a family reunion shirt,
Yeah.
but it's just a bear mauling zombies.
While one relatively attractive bunny zombie chews on the
Gums
bear's
your
neck.
neck.
So yeah, last
Just not
week
that one.
the gang gave a day spa to a lovely otter couple, and along with their newest companion Jurl, a very depressed boon guard, headed northeast towards Sarah Padnos' familial settlement. And once they got there,
The service was terrible.
they found out that Sarah's family had been wiped out by a I will turn my ringer off by a thanks for liking my post, Rachel Short. They got wiped out by a fight between centaurs and orcs. They were collateral damage. While visiting the graves of his family, they were met by an uncle who Saro didn't realize had survived. After a brief discussion, the group discovered a necromancer and realized that Saro's uncle had not really survived the attack after all, and that in fact they had been digging up Saro's family and reanimating their corpses. The group took action and re-murdered all of Saro's family in front of him. Saro turned into a bear, murdering quite a few of his family. Also, Melody lit most of them on fire first, so Saro got to fight the flaming corpses of his family, not just run-of-the-mill familial corpses.
There's some real dramatic lighting at the end.
Yeah.
I did murder half of them and then light the other half on fire. So.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It was a cannon bear, by the way.
Yeah, I really feel like the stars of that, unless I'm forgetting, we're definitely Saro and Melody, like just ripped through your family like wet paper towels.
Mostly you. But I got the necromancer. So.
Yeah, the necromancer attempted to get away. We got to see Bunny Flash in person for the first time with boots of eating and a flying cape. And I don't know why I said it was the Flash. It's way more Batman-ish, I guess. But, some DC property. Hawk Girlish. And, right? I'm not wrong. It's kind of Hawk Girlish. And you killed the necromancer as well, getting some neat stuff. You then decided to, you spent the night, you took off the next morning, heading towards Cross-Towan. Along the way, you met a woman called Madame Mystique, who was not Melody's friend, Madame Mystique, but another one.
And nobody killed her.
No one killed her, and you actually, I think, bought some things from her.
Not for a lack of trying.
I thought really long and hard about it.
In fact, I believe Zeke bought a really expensive
I did 20 gold pieces. I have to
Hey.
keep up with the Joneses.
that just doesn't get wet if you get wet. And you made your way. You also passed through a town where some religious zealots were hanging people for being magic, and you said, "Nah, we're good, fam," and kept right on rolling. And I believe that's about where we were, right?
We debated the whole way on whether or not we
Yeah, the next 9 hours debating on whether you should stop at that town.
Should we go stop this
You decided to.
unjustful
then
Finally,
we
and
decided
then realized
to-
you were 9 hours away. We're going to turn back around. So that is pretty much, I believe, where we left off. Had I had time today, I'd say, and now here's our new intro. But I didn't do it. So now we will just play the game with no fanfare. That's probably how it goes.
Yeah,
So,
pretty good.
yeah,
I know what you're talking
Our new
about.
anime theme.
yeah, yeah. It's all of you just like you're not moving, but the background's moving with like streaks, and you're like posed, and then you all get mech lions and fly space. It's pretty cool.
They all connect together to one giant.
Yeah,
lion
and one
that-
giant rabbit. All the bunnies come out of different parts, and it actually just forms glorb. It's just a giant mech glorb. Yeah,
That was going to be the level 20 surprise.
yeah.
Sort of ruined it by
Glorb.
throwing us down a well.
I always miss a consonant. I'm like glob, gorb.
Greg.
So, you are all riding in your various carriage or on horses. You got a new horse, right? You're riding the dead Scathari's horse.
Yeah.
Jurl has his horse. You are on a horse. I believe everyone else is in a car. You now have a donkey and 2 boars inside the cart with Sarah in the back, I believe.
Yes.
You 2 are up front. You 2, I believe, are up. No, you're on top. You're on top. you're informed. You're driving.
Yep.
All right. So, anything you guys want to do on your next leg of your journey?
Roughly how far out across Tone now are we?
Well,
Let's consult the bones.
yeah. So, okay, there we go. So yeah, I see cross towing. You guys are roughly like a day and a half north.
Okay.
Yeah, about a day and a half straight north on that. You made it to that main road in the north of cross towing there.
Gotcha. I mean, I think we should just keep trying to get there as quick as we can. I don't want to miss my brother.
Yeah.
What are we doing with your brother again?
Oh, I gotta give him the donkey.
Oh
And
my
I
God!
gotta-
Is your family going to be dead too?
No.
I cannot take this much dead family.
We took in Saro after the incident on my family's farm.
Wait a minute. So you knew that we were going to walk in to see nothing but that sad scene?
It wasn't my place to say.
Maybe just like a little bit of warning, like, hey, Sarah's family's all dead. Maybe we should be nice to him.
Listen, your friend doesn't go around telling everyone your backstory, and you don't go around telling his backstory to everyone. It's not
No.
my place to go and tell what happened to his family.
Our backstories don't have anything to do with where we were going to stay tonight and not eat very well.
That is true, but my backstory is awesome.
We
okay?
did say
Yeah.
that
When
it
our
wasn't
backstories
much.
become immediate, then you'll worry about it.
We did tell you that it wasn't a hotel, that it was just a place to get out of the rain. You were the one who made assumptions otherwise.
What kind of terrible depression are you going to be dragging us into with your family?
Not much. My family's
I mean, they-
pretty simple.
I mean, to
And
Ollie's
it's
point,
just my brother.
your whole family was vegetable farmers, so it's not like they were living in, a life of
Trying to say
luxury.
something bad about my family?
Absolutely not. Just that he shouldn't expect his normal quality of lodgings and whatnot wherever we go.
I got plenty of brothers and sisters. We got a lot of room. But we're not heading to my family's farm. My brother's just meeting us in Cross Towing. I want to give him the keys to the shop that he's going to open up in Fairville.
You see, Ollie? Nothing to worry about. Proper lodgings await.
How does everyone feel about God?
What?
I mean, like, which
Like-
one?
Yeah, which one?
Wait,
Which
hold on
one?
one
Just
second.
any of
Are you
them.
talking about that?
Who is shaking the table with their knee?
I'm jiggling my leg, but I'm not touching the table. I'm,
Oh yeah,
I'm,
my
okay.
camera's going bananas.
I don't think I'm touching the table.
All right.
I'm actively doing it right now.
Okay.
So it's nothing different.
Yeah, I think maybe it's this little metal leg. Maybe it was like your ankle was on it.
I see,
All
I
right,
see, I see,
sorry.
I see.
I just kept like what? I just kept looking over the camera, just like earthquake time.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's it. See it?
Yeah, I see it
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Go
Earthquake
ahead.
time.
God.
Gods.
God.
You know.
What
Are you
God are
talking
you
about
talking
that
about?
Lavinia that
I
we
would
were at?
just in general. Well, how do we feel about God? This is-
I mean, they're a fine hobby.
Most of the gods I've known in my lifetime are, generally kind of dicks. So, not a huge fan.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
Yeah, inconsistent and unattending. Like.
No, I don't. I was just asking.
Really, I thought you were special. Like, didn't something happen to you?
No.
Like you were like.
You ever going to talk about when you were floating?
Yeah. Yeah.
glowing
are
in
you,
the
are
No,
you,
no, 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 no.
Does this have something to do with
Radiant
that? Was there
orb.
something
No,
weird?
No, nothing happened. I just wondering how we all feel about God.
You didn't give your soul to someone, did you?
No.
Oh
I would
my
never
You
God.
don't
do
get into
something
that
insane
stuff.
like that.
I hear
I
bad
feel like
things.
you might have done that with the whole earthquake thing.
Yeah.
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 You do seem to attract a lot
Why are
of
you
crazy
destroying
women.
Yeah.
everything?
How am I the one
I don't think
here?
I'm the problem.
Every place
Have
we
you
go.
seen me floating in a weird orb in a temple underground? 'Cause
I've seen
that happened to
earthquakes
her.
following
Yeah,
you.
but every time we go every time you all go underground, something terrible happens.
You know,
Your
you were
previous
around when
friends
the
are all
earthquakes
dead
happened
from
too. How do you know that you're not the cause?
I think they happened before.
I'm
you
pretty
were
sure.
at, you were
I'm pretty
at, but
sure
you were
she
at
was
Fairfield
not
too.
there.
That's that doesn't mean that I'm the one that caused the earthquake.
Doesn't mean that I'm the one either.
I'm pretty sure you caused it.
I'm pretty sure.
I
That
mean,
you
your
caused
nickname
it
is
as
the
well.
Earth Shaker.
Because of you.
I don't think that has anything
The
to do
Stone
with it.
Rattler. You know, we're still workshopping final versions.
Oh, jeez.
The Continental Quaker, you know.
When we show up in the town and people are terrified of you for your treatment of elders, and
I didn't do anything to old people. That was him.
No, he beats children. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Beat a
It
child.
was children
She
and
was
women.
the one who were trying to murder old people.
No, she tried to murder an old woman who she knowingly found out later and still wanted to murder was a 16-year-old girl.
I murder old people and children. I'm not biased.
at least you're like
I'm just
truthful
a
about it.
murderer.
Yeah. No, the glowing orb thing that happened had nothing. I was just asking a question as friends.
Dragons are hunting you.
No,
Yeah.
they aren't. That dragon would have seen us on the road.
Yeah, well, you weren't shaking the world at the time.
I've never
Thankfully.
shook the world. I don't know how to do that.
You caused earthquakes.
Yeah, you cause earthquakes.
If I caused earthquakes, don't you think I'd know how to do it?
How long do you think they keep this going?
It's not just earthquakes, though. Every place you go, we have to kill so many people.
Sarah's been with me every step of the way.
Yeah, I know.
I'm out in front.
He's like, I'm not listening to any
Yeah,
of
I'm
this.
not listening to any of
I
this.
know you're related
So how do you know he's not the one causing it? He's the one who can shapeshift.
because your name is the World
What else over
Breaker.
they get to? No one's picked up that.
Yeah, that you just started.
They're like,
shaking
you just started floating like an orb. No one's like, hey, remember when you launched yourself like a bear 90 feet through the air in 6 seconds?
Remember
Nothing.
that time you glided silently through the night as a 600-pound bear? I do. It was quite horrifying.
How would you, as a bear, jumped on top of a barn?
So, what are we to expect? What terrible news will your brother bring?
I don't think any of you would have wrote to me about terrible news.
I think we're giving poor
Charles,
Leaf
like,
too much
You know, I
credit.
had a brother once.
See, this is what happens when we let people talk.
You're right.
It's not.
Just gets
like,
the blast
I
out.
like how the only like unifying theme between all the NPCs so far is that we have crushed all of their
Tell them to
dreams,
shut up.
killed everything they loved, and told them to shut the fuck up
With
every
one-
time they talk.
With
Yeah,
one
I-
exception, with one brutal exception. I am nice to every NPC.
Yeah,
I
Everyone.
actually
know.
didn't have an end for that sentence because I assumed you'd all yell "shut up" and no one did. I'm like, oh fuck, I got nothing here.
Gerald, how do you feel about God?
Thank you for asking.
Shut up, Charles.
When I was a child, my mother was kind
Oh,
of
is this a long story?
I mean, I can skip to the end.
Yeah, that'd be so great.
So I was in the creek, and the other man's neck was, not attached anymore. And in that moment, I realized that God could be a construct.
Go away.
Wow, he totally skipped to the end of that story. He was not lying. Girl,
As
I appreciate
As
the
I watched
brevity.
the light come, fade from the stranger's eyes, and my hands wrapped around his neck, I realized I'd never been further from the gods. Well, yeah.
They let you
I don't know the name of this sword. I only know the sound it makes when it kills a man.
I don't think we should talk about God anymore in any capacity.
You brought it up.
I didn't think
But-
this.
but- but-
Sarah
speaking-
puts her head out. It's like, what do you think
Shut
about
up, Sarah.
God, Melody?
Huh?
What do you think about the gods, Melody?
I think you should go back and play with your makeup brush that I got you.
I love this makeup brush.
Yeah.
It's not working. You're terrible.
What do they call it? A boar? Like with full-on lipstick and rouge, just sticks its head out, looks around at you, and goes back in.
Sarah, you look better right now.
She's like, I know you're joking, but it's hurtful.
Melody, do you have opinions about gods?
No.
Is there anything that, this God this, God that, but, I saw you lovingly caressing that shrine in the basement, and then, shortly after you were glowing in the dark. It's fine if you happen to be, filled with the divine.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with
Energy.
being curious.
Experimenting with gods.
We've all dabbled in a couple of gods here and
Nothing
there.
happened. I don't.
Insight check.
Okay.
Insight checking.
While you're inside checking, Sarah sticks her head out and is like, hey, I know I asked you to tell me all your thoughts on God, But is this a quest? Are we on our way to meet her?
One more word out of here, going back to sleep.
Okay.
Sarah, do I roll deception? Is that what's happening?
We are.
I feel like
It's
If
Sarah
you want to do
and
deception,
Zeke,
go for deception.
the assassin, are the only two level-headed
It was
individuals
actually
remaining in this.
Maybe.
in this
I can tell
argument.
something.
Yeah.
All right. So you can tell
Or they could
something.
just be
You can tell something's
beaten
up
with
with the roll.
experience, you know.
All right. So, discussions about deities.
So, are we stopping at this town?
Yes,
Crossing?
we're going to take several
Oh, yeah.
days, Ollie. We're going to spend some time going
It's a-
over a map. You have homework to do. I have
All right.
homework. to
What
do.
map? What are you guys talking about?
Shut up, Gerald.
Go in the make. Gerald, you're looking very peaked. You need to go in the
I'm
makeup.
not letting that girl touch me for anything.
Joe, I think you should go to the back and then 10 paces behind.
Don't you want to start over? Like, you don't have love now, but you might have love in the future.
I think that that's a little soon.
Yeah, that was like yesterday.
Yeah,
Do you want to know what love is? Do you want me to show you?
Nice. You know, my boyfriend just died. His wife. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Hey, Gerald.
We're gonna talk about the fact that your dead wife was on fire and gnawing on your bare neck.
I'm not listening
Joe, I
to
don't
this
think you should be
conversation.
talking about anything. I think you should go.
Your friend is probably
Who's your daddy?
traumatized, right?
You're
Is he listening?
traumatized.
I mean, he's had many, many years to get over it.
Yeah, it is clear to everyone here that the front of the train is the mental trauma part.
If you're
where
if you're experiencing a breakdown,
Yeah,
go to the
when
front.
You need to go to the front. So
Is
Gerald,
it not showing anymore now?
Huh?
Is it not showing anymore?
Yeah, it kind of is. But what are you gonna do?
so if you got problems, Gerald, take it to the front of the train.
I feel bad for you, son. You've got 99 problems.
Well, I just.
But it's Sarah Lane.
All right, so listen. I am not friends with this rabbit. I think you guys are, and I think that rabbit just had to watch his dead wife on fire, chewing on his neck, and maybe we should deal with that. I
It would have
think.
been great to know beforehand.
Oh, and also, the
I
same
didn't know there was a necromancer.
the same day that my boyfriend died, your elderly girlfriend died. We haven't really talked about
Yeah,
that.
but you know what? She wasn't elderly, so I don't like her.
She was far too young.
She was fake elderly.
Like I find
wasn't real.
age and wisdom attractive, and this girl was lying about it. So
I'm
How old are you?
none of your business.
Are
That's-
you
You never
This is
ask
not
an
the part of my
Andrew their
backstory
age.
where we're
yeah.
talking
Also,
about
yeah.
this.
What are you? You're very pretty.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
It's a thing
these
that
people-
he constantly reminds us
Sarah's
of
like,
it every
"Me?"
day.
I was talking
No,
about that
he.
guy.
I'm sorry, it's a broader he.
Are you saying all this because you want to talk about your dead boyfriend? Do you like have something you want to get off your chest? Because I don't necessarily want to hear it, but this is.
I mean, it's just rough because we're heading back to
I
our
don't think it
hometown,
is.
and I'm gonna have to tell his friends that he died. and-
Yeah.
And the other part is too. I think part of it for me, the actual like trauma of it all, is that on my end, no one really knew we were together, so I can't go talk about it to my friends. I got to suffer all of this in silence and
Yeah,
just
that's the way it should
kind of suck it up, and that's.
Well, maybe that's
it's
that's
kinda
a
tough,
good thing to learn though in the future. to be
Yeah, just
more
look. I mean,
open.
look at how strong Sarah's being. He's up there
Yeah.
suffering in silence,
Yeah.
which at this point I imagine I look forward and he's just like
He's like,
happily
hi!
bouncing on a unicorn.
He
No,
clearly
I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not.
has no problems whatsoever. So he had to murder his wife with some sort of weird rabbit divorce ritual.
You know.
Yeah.
Juro, weren't you also
Wait.
the one that said you wanted to murder the rest of Scathari so he could be free?
Yeah, I have a question.
So wouldn't you be murdering
Who
his
are
friends?
you telling that he's dead? That knew that you two were together.
Oh well, I mean, this kind of started out as a weird blackmail thing that Scathari did, but then we just couldn't quit each other. So, a lot of his friends, his associates, his Scathari, they know about it.
So are you going to break the news to them over beers, and then as they sort of have that momentary pause where they reflect on
Arrest
the
all of
loss
them?
of their friend? No, and then you stab one right in the back of the head.
I was thinking about doing some kind of raid and just rounding them all up.
And then
you-
telling them why they're in prison. Now this is the kind of thing that we can get behind.
Are you even
crushing
that they
dreams
might just
while
kill
resting,
you?
kicking the shit out
I
of people.
am, but I joined a new guild that I think can take on this Cathari. So
Wait, well, huh? You
I thought
joined
you
the
were
new
the-
guild? You've been
Yeah.
with us this whole fucking time.
exactly, friend.
Suicide.
Yeah.
It's
Well.
the best friends league here.
Wait, are you talking about us?
That's
Yeah, I was
what,
like,
that's what we're called now.
no,
Best,
no,
best
no.
friends
No.
league.
Have ears perk up
BFO.
Yeah,
In,
as soon as I hear best friends.
he's into it. That guy up there.
in no way, shape, or form. And
Is your
I.
ears
EFLs.
Yeah, no, but I'm gonna drop back.
And
now.
he like sticks his hand out like right beside you to like get a pound. It's like BFLs.
No. This is
No.
Yeah,
No.
BFLs. Best friend league.
Okay. Are you like in the
Yeah.
front of the couch?
Yeah, I'm kind of yeah.
Or
Yeah.
I will step from the horse directly onto the card, and I'll yes.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
Because
God.
like it's
Oh,
no, I mean we can actually do it in
Yeah.
real life, IRL. Yeah, at the table.
like you know me.
That's why every time we go to shake hands in
I
game,
s-
we're like, he's like, we can touch hands. I'm like,
That's the first time Bucky
I don't know
ever
if we can.
touched.
I don't know if that's legal in this country.
Is that the first time we've ever touched it? Probably it can't be, right? We've touched.
I'm sure you've high-fived at least once.
Yeah, like a bajillion times.
Have we?
I mean,
We're
I
in a band
bet.
together.
I mean, yeah, but do we touch? No.
Did you?
Everybody.
Okay, did you touch?
I
On,
don't know,
did
this is
you
a
touch on purpose? Did you gingerly touch tips?
This is how. This is like the thing. I think. So, but anyway, best friends league is what we're called now, and
No.
I'll be in charge.
Oh,
No,
And
no.
Captain best friend,
No.
Captain friend.
Okay, everybody who wants to vote Gerald out because of his terrible naming decision.
Oh well, okay.
Wait,
but first, wait. My last name is Friends. Do you guys know that?
Gerald friends?
Gerald Friend.
You want to be my Gerald friend?
What if we want to vote him out, but not because of the
Listen,
name?
that's
No, I mean that's fair.
You want to vote him out just because he lost?
Well,
listen,
no,
hold on.
because he said that he's going to be in charge, and we didn't even
You
talk
know,
about it.
so-
That's not a good leader.
Holy
think
shit,
it's
Sarah.
A lot of people made fun of me for
His-
the name Gerald Friend when I was growing up.
His boyfriend just died.
What a
and now
rough life,
you want to
dude.
kick a man while he's
It's
down?
been rough.
I'm not
Do they all
kicking him.
rap?
It's fine when I do it though. Why are you so mean to Gerald?
I'm not.
Don't take out your rage on Gerald.
I didn't say anything.
Just because your family's dead doesn't mean you should take your rage
Hold
out
on.
on Gerald.
I'm gonna need you to calm down.
My family is dead.
Be nicer to
true.
Gerald.
You did see
I'm
that.
gonna need you to make a con
They
saving
were on
throw.
fire.
Sarah, how you doing?
Yeah.
All right, con saving throw.
The classic con saving throw.
Wait, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Okay, you pass. You're fine.
So
Ugh.
settle down and be nicer to Gerald.
Yeah.
Nobody should be
Deal
nice
with
to
your own
Gerald.
shit, Sarah.
Hey,
What?
how'd you like it if no one was nice to Sarah?
Whatever.
No
I'm
one
not
is nice to
Sarah.
that girl.
Yeah, I was
one
just gonna
is.
say I'll
No one
say
is
that.
nice.
I'll say it if you don't.
It's like, okay,
I'm
how would
nice
you
to
feel
Sarah
if
most of the time.
somebody hurt Sarah?
Oh
That's a
man,
different story.
I
Well,
even
I
gotta
cut
let
them.
Yes,
his mom,
But Gerald's
Mrs.
different.
Zone,
Who cares
know
about
about
Gerald?
it.
No, I don't care about it.
His name was Knox Zone.
Yeah.
Gerald
His last
Friend
name
and
was
Knox Zone.
not. His first name was Knox. His last name was Energy Drink.
Oh, it was Zone because
I
we,
thought-
yeah. No, when we were getting married, we were gonna be girlfriend zone, but we,
Friend zone.
yeah, we were trying to avoid the friend zone, and not really make it official, you know.
Well,
I want to say Gerald, but I
Now,
have to
Sarah,
say Lance.
are you suggesting we actually somehow brand ourselves with the moniker Best Friends League?
Oh no, I thought there was one already.
Oh no, but when we get to Cross Towing, they're gonna ask, you know, what our business is, and it's probably best if we say we're some kind of like merchants guild or something.
Well,
So
what
we
was
have-
that?
We are.
We
We're
have
the
the
Happy
Happy
Heringons.
Yeah, the
Heringons.
Happy
We're
Heringons.
called the Happy
That's my
Heringons.
business.
No, we're called.
And then I
Happy
just do
Heringons.
this, and I point at the giant like sign we've since placed into the wagon.
That's
My
already
God.
been on the wagon.
That's what I mean. I'm
Never
like,
saw
it's
that.
on the wagon.
I mean, you're a terrible leader. Like, that sign has been there for so long.
I don't want to lead the Happy Heringons.
I don't
Gerald,
think
can
you
you-
should be leading anything.
Girl, can you even
That's
read?
my family business. That's all it is. So if they ask
So you
about
guys
our
are a
birthday,
family?
that's- me and Sarah are.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're the
can't you
only
see
ones
the
they
res-
have left.
See the resemblance.
Oh.
I still
We're-
have
we're
my
the
brother,
not dead
my
ones.
sister.
That you
my-
know of. We're probably the
Oh,
nicest
wait, you
in
said you're
town.
meeting your brother in town?
Yeah,
What's your brother's name?
Sprig.
Sprig.
He's gonna be a
I'm
solid.
Look at
Lee
you, man,
Sprig.
just giving up all the information you
It's
can
my
to
brother.
to the police.
You thought a little notepad.
I mean, this guy's been
Can you give me his,
seriously
height,
chipping away at the
weight
edges of our
description?
information
His,
piles.
You'll see him.
Known
I don't know
associates?
how tall he is.
Okay, the real question is, how do we know he's not actually part of this
Why-
Scathari?
Why is he
My
in this
brother?
town?
No!
Oh.
God, pay attention! I'm
Sure.
even pointing at him while I'm talking about him loudly in front of him.
No, I just realized that also I moved that light and forgot to retape it, so it could kill any of you in a second. I was talking to Jason, and I came over here to do something else, and it got sidetracked. So there was like one used piece of duct tape holding that entire light up there. So
I like your style, man.
You wanna
If we
just
make it to
take
break.
care of that?
best of luck.
I mean, even if it falls down, it only has the possibility of breaking a $2,000 laptop. It'll be fine. We'll get a new one.
So,
Hold on. So how far are we?
so yeah.
So we've made it. We've made it to the end of the driveway.
Why is your brother in Crosstown?
He was gonna meet there,
To pick up the piggies.
pick up the boars and the donkey to go take him back up to Farrenthorpe because he's gonna run that shop up there.
But he was here already.
No, he sent him a letter.
No, he was at my family farm. So he just went down to Crosstown because we were gonna come through Crosstown.
All right. Does anyone else have any secret motivations to be
It was
in
never a
Crosstown?
secret.
No.
Well, I'm going to try to kill a lot of.
That's not a secret.
Okay.
Charles,
Sarah-
shut up.
Sarah, do you have any more trauma that will be revealed?
I'm really hoping not.
What about you two?
I don't have any trauma.
Nothing?
Not-
Insight
There's
check.
literally nothing bad has ever
Insight
happened.
check on whether he has trauma.
I'd
He's
also
a
like to
D&D
insight
character.
check.
He said it, not me.
I mean, you're gonna immediately be like, I don't believe that.
He's glowing off and on as he says that.
You gonna do, what are we doing here?
Do you
Deception
control-
versus insight.
Yeah.
Oh, you know I'm full of
Love it
shit.
when I get the rules of D&D.
I found the thing.
Hey. 22.
I have a 13.
So
I rolled a nat 1 on my
I don't
deception.
actually have any trauma. I live my life super straight and with absolute candor.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
okay.
To look you dead in the eyes. The biggest, just beautiful bunny eyes that you've ever seen in your life. And I want to fill you with all of the remorse for jumping on my shit as soon as I got on this cart. And I just want to say, who hurt you?
No one hurt me, ever. Don't you understand? I have lived a privileged life, and I will continue to do so.
Oliver. Oliver.
That's not true because we've definitely seen you go down in battle a few times. So there are definitely people who hurt you.
Yeah, but then I have people that bring me back up. This is just part of the gig. Like,
He's absolutely correct.
How
I mean, I
long
think
have
we
you
can
been
all
doing this
agree
gig?
that there's quite a significant difference between getting punched in the head and having to kill your wife again.
So just so I'm clear here.
My
for the
family
first
is
time?
totally alive.
Well, I guess technically she was already dead. He had to
So
just kill
you
her
two
for
are
the
traveling for business.
Yes.
You two are
We're traveling.
Adventuring and traveling. We are business partners with the Happy Heringons.
You are delivering a girl to
She's the bounty hunter pimp.
a city.
She's the
You're
human.
just turning her loose in a giant city.
No.
Getting her
That's
to.
none
They
of
plan
your
to
business.
abandon her.
And you are
Oh,
a
my-
kinku
Yep.
I think he's part of the
with a
union.
guitar.
He's definitely part of a union, I believe.
They've unionized, I think.
I haven't signed it yet.
And Sarah's like, and we're giving the boars away?
We're not giving them away.
We're selling the
my
boars?
family. They belong to my family. I'm just passing them along to my brother.
They are family now.
They are
Sarah,
difficult to
did
care
you
for.
Go to sleep.
Do you even know their
Yeah.
names?
Well, we've been giving each other names back here. Sasha.
It turns out she can
Tanya?
actually speak to animals this whole time.
Yeah. It's the only spell she has. That
Yeah.
You'll ever have.
She's actually level 7 now.
I was gonna say she has to be.
Outpacing you guys.
You have to keep her at the same level as us for sure.
Sarah, you need to let it go. You need to just have those feelings.
Just happened.
Yeah, you should just cry.
Cry. Sarah, hey,
What?
cry.
No.
You should cry.
Just do it. Your wife is dead.
Yeah, man.
Let him
You're
go through
you're
it. and
very
Do you want to hug it out?
your very brand new friends murdered her again.
Face.
It's not
And
your
then we
fault.
set her on fire.
The
And the one last family member that you had in the town that you grew up in also raised her.
I guess
And not in a good way.
I'm gonna intentionally try to steer the horses to cut quick, just to like rock the cart.
I'm going to use that guidance that I was going to use to try to get some backstory to instead hold my composure and not start welling up.
Make an animal handling check.
I was like, what kind of check is that?
Isn't that probably a con
Can I use
save?
my wand to give
15.
Sarah a frog?
Yes, you
So I
can.
wish she has something else.
Yes,
Yes.
Sarah's like.
I would have cracked
And
that
another
if
thing
you
is,
rolled a natty one though.
woo! Yeah, you bump like the one horse. Is it one horse or two horses? Pulling the car. I forgot already.
One right now.
Yeah, so you just pull the horse and it kind of moves the cart a little bit, and everyone just. Oh,
Cool.
So there's 3 more horses out front.
So we've got our horse, she's got a horse, you have a unicorn. And then we got the 2 boars and a donkey.
And then Jiro has his horse.
Are we
I
giving
know.
the
Yes.
donkey to?
Cool. So you guys head on your way. I need one of you to roll a d10.
I'll do it.
Such a random request.
That's like more of a table request.
It was originally
2.
A 2.
Or, I'm sorry,
on
9.
Tristan.
A 9.
Was left one.
Puts the dragon menu on.
So it would not
Cthulhu gets put back under the table. 9. A couple hours go by. You're getting towards the end of your first day. You'll have to spend one more night out at in the open before you get to town. There are a couple inns to stay at if you'd like to, but Jurl tells you if you guys just go through the night, you would basically be getting into Crosstown at daybreak, and you could find an inn there and either pull an all-nighter or sleep in the cart,
Ugh, no.
or you can find an inn if you'd like to find an inn.
I mean, I say we just plow forward so that we don't have to hear Oliver whine all night about the bugs and the dirt and the grime and
Are you guys dating?
I think they are. They just aren't ready to say it yet.
Yeah.
Look at how young he is.
I'm absolutely.
What do you look like again?
I'm a gray gray. I have like red and gray mottled fur. I'm a hobgoblin.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I
So
thought
my
you were
age is kind of hard to determine.
I don't know the difference between a bugbear and a hobgoblin. If I'm being real honest here, what is the difference between a bugbear and a
Bugbear
hobgoblin?
are more.
But
they're
bugbear are hideous monstrosities that are related to goblins. They're disgusting.
So are technically hobgoblins. But
No,
they're not
hobgoblins
as-
are not. It's a
Yeah.
common
Oh, whoa, whoa.
misconception. They are not related to
Stay in
goblins
your
in
lane,
any
buddy.
So
way.
you ride like a little surfboard, throw pumpkins at people?
Yes, that's exactly right. That little
It'll be a
sense of
Spider-Man
yours.
movie.
That's an inside joke for only me and Bucky.
Oh, I mean,
So,
we've all
okay.
heard that story. So we
So
got it.
you're a kind of a. Are you like Leo from Thundercats?
Yeah, basically.
Are you?
He's just
What's the guy from
he's like
Hellboy?
a really big Garfield.
You mean Hellboy?
Who's who
Ron
played
Perlman.
Ron? Are you Ron Perlman in the 1980s Beauties and the Beast?
Yeah, that's actually that's a
Yeah.
much better
Alright,
example.
cool.
I look sort of like that.
Good. 80s Ron Perlman from Beauty and the Beast, not from Sons of Anarchy. That'd be so cool if he's the guy from Beauty and the Beast and Sons of Anarchy. But okay, cool.
No.
Now I
No,
know.
but Leaf, allow me to elaborate once again. I want to clear this
So
misconception.
are you very tall?
Yes, I'm 6 foot. I'm the hugest
Are you
freak
tall?
show walking among these midgets.
Not really. 5'6".
Oh, okay.
You're taller than.
I don't know why I thought you were really tall too. You're just
Well,
skinny and
I'm
lanky.
taller than 2 rabbits, a Kenku, and maybe a cat person.
We're the same height.
We're same height.
5'5".
At the thought of this, I stand up a little bit taller.
Drill is 6'7".
Yeah, I don't worry.
Drill's a Harlem Globetrotter.
I was like, I definitely stand like right at eye level with that guy. So
Yeah, no, Drill is like 6 foot.
Jolt knows too much.
Jero, but hobgoblins are actually of Fey origin.
We're
But they're
gonna
not
wrap it
They're
tonight.
Oh, that's
They are
crazy.
related.
Now the Fae, it doesn't exist anymore.
You are a Herengon. What do you know of hobgoblins? How many books have you read?
I
Listen.
speak goblin.
We don't
Doesn't
need
matter,
you
you speak
to
hobgoblin.
explain the Fae to us.
They're fake goblins.
Fey goblins.
Why don't you rabbit explain to us our own origins?
Yes, please.
I don't know much
Next
about
you'll be
your
telling me
origins,
that you know everything there is about what kind of sap and honey leaks from his orifices when he
quite
cries.
I'm curious if you see honey,
you
though. I
cry
got some
honey?
bees.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Okay,
Yeah,
serious
I mean, I
question.
ask, yes.
Serious question. And I hope you don't take offense to it.
I
But,
think based on your previous conversation,
Could-
could I will take offense. And
but,
maybe
like you
should
guys like plants.
just
growing
learn
off
to
you,
stop
right?
now.
Big plants growing off you, right?
Try to just push the
A little.
camera instead of the whole thing.
It's not my whole thing,
Twist
man.
the tape a little
Well, I
bit
know
so
that,
it
but,
doesn't
like,
rebound
could-
as much.
I got bees. Could they pollinate?
No. Get your things
I was just
off of
curious.
me.
I don't have them on you.
Stop
Still
propositioning me.
I was just
It's not
curious.
welcome, all right?
I was just
Listen,
curious.
I'm going to need to talk to Happy Heringons HR department.
Well, that would be me.
Oh, God, of course. The corruption
Was that
never ends
Perfect,
with you.
thank you. Okay. So,
I want to,
you guys are Fae descendants?
that's
I mean,
harsh.
it's more legend than anything, but hobgoblins carry their lineage, at least
Well,
where
there's no such.
in my family line. We hail from a Fey lineage.
Well,
more
there's no such thing as the Fae, though. It's like a. Right? That's like a. fairy
sir,
tale.
we just fought 3 hags in a dungeon.
Those were. Those were.
Oh, we're just
evil-
fat old women.
Those are evil witches, right? Like that's just like they read a bad book or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Well, I know, you know, my dad always told me when when a woman reads too many books and gains too much knowledge, you know,
I
she
think you
becomes
might
a-
want to just stop talking.
Gerald, is your dad alive?
Oh
How are you the one telling him to stop talking?
no, my mom killed him.
You sexist pig.
Your mom killed your dad?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. No, I had him for
Is it
my
because she read too many books? He kept telling her to stop reading so
Was
many
this
books.
another Skithari cop situation?
Were they also star-crossed lovers?
She was actually an informant.
Is your
Mr.
mom
and
alive?
Mrs. Smith.
Is my mom alive?
So you're making this your whole thing.
I don't know. It's too
Man,
hard.
Charles' backstory really getting
Come from a
fleshed
long
out.
line of praying mantises.
But
His dad married a criminal informant. His grandfather got pulled into a honeypot sting.
so
That's where he met. That's where he met his husband.
so what about you, Kinku? Why are you going to cross tone? What do we got? What's going on?
That's a good question. I don't know. Just kind of on the journey.
Oh,
He did just kind
so
of
he's
show
like a
up
monk
one
or
day.
something. Is he? Are you a monk?
Nope.
So I have a theory,
Here, play
and I
some
won't say
music.
it out loud, but I'll say it out loud. I'm pretty sure he's bringing union ideas to this.
Oh,
To this league of best
he's a
friends.
socialist.
Yeah, I believe that as much as he says I haven't signed the card, it's more of a legal strategy that he's going to go get hired somewhere,
I see.
unionize them, and then get kickbacks.
I see.
It's true. Is the Happy Heringons union supportive or?
I don't think.
Not after talking to this racist
I don't think we're
motherfucker.
big. I don't think we're big enough. It's a family
I'm just
business.
gonna holler back. We're family owned and operated.
Yeah,
Leaf.
I don't think we have a union for
Can I
the family.
inside check that?
It's a family owned and operated.
Yes. Yeah.
If they don't control an entire criminal.
That's a
enterprise.
22.
You passed.
So they are family operated, but they did once sell. No, I'm kidding. They do have a special interest group that owns 12%.
They like to hollow out their carrots and fill them full of that
Pork.
snooker.
Pork.
Cork.
That,
That's why we had to drop off the
the
wars.
that actually sounds delicious.
So
A carrot filled pork stick.
now,
I eat that at a fair.
did you guys say
Fried carrot
we have a map? That would,
Literally, stop
so
asking
much.
questions.
Yeah.
What's going
Why
on?
do you want to know about gods?
Well, here's the thing.
Let's deal with the cop, and
Let's-
then
yeah.
we can deal
I
with the
know-
savage
Okay, we're
murderer.
not dealing with anything to do with that. Just the cop.
I know a lot about Crosstone, right? And I know the
Up for debate.
the legal system there. I know the criminal underbelly there, and if I just had a better idea of why you're going there,
I think we've told you though, and you're just
Yeah,
not.
I mean,
you just
really,
keep
it's just
questioning
I
it.
could just
we're
help
meet-
out. I'm
We're
trying to
meeting
be
my brother
helpful.
as we pass through to drop Sarah off in Gilder Lake.
And I feel like we've said that so many
Yeah,
times.
we're dropping
so
out the boards.
Where's
We're
the distrust coming from?
Well, no, because you
meeting the brother.
Wait, you.
And then that's it.
You were asking. They're confusing me and you now. You said which one of you has crazy alternative motives to go to this town.
Yes, I need to know all of the things that will come back and bite us.
Right,
Because I'm
exactly.
pretty sure that all rabbits are criminals now.
And you're saying I was racist.
They do look alike.
With the exception,
Yeah.
with the exception of Sarah Padnos, he has never done anything wrong in his entire life.
It's true.
Didn't he?
Hey, you know what? You know what Cyril Padnos
Nothing
hasn't
happened.
done right in his life?
What?
He hasn't accepted his own feelings.
It's
That
true.
is a hard thing to do for
One-
many of us.
I will force him to feel and make his way through this journey to get to the other side.
I appreciate your conviction.
So here's the thing.
Deal with your feelings in your own time, Sarah. Nobody's going to force you. to go
Cyril,
hard.
accept my therapy.
Yeah, nobody's forcing you except for this guy, and the rest of us are more than patient for you to
Sarah,
find
feel
your
your
own
feelings.
voice.
I've switched from FM to AM radio. I'm hearing none of you.
So if we go through the night,
Fine, we're going through the night.
I think
God.
we decided that a while
Okay.
ago.
Dibs.
Yeah. Somebody said something about it.
okay, all right. Well, that just if not, we were going to turn off in a little bit because there's like the only place to stay is just down a little side road here. But we're going to head on.
Last time we
How many
turned off the
stars?
road to stay somewhere, it turned out to be a witch factory that I don't want to deal with again.
A witch factory. Well, yeah, I tell you.
Otherwise known as a library.
The board school.
The witch factory.
This is actually Salem.
Canceled. It's
The Crucible.
It's a poli sci degree. I see. So anyway, sorry, I should have English lit. Probably a joke. All right, but anyway, yeah. To answer your question, it's a pretty nice, quiet bed and breakfast. It ran by a kind of a mom and pop thing.
Oh, God, no.
All right, we'll move
No
on.
more.
Moms and pops. I mean, literally. God, I'm so tired of moms and pops. Just give me a heartless businessman for once.
What were your
Like,
mom and
No,
dad like?
I want
Yeah, what were
I
you
have
on?
no idea. I've never met them.
You never met your parents.
No.
Why?
Who raised you?
the village.
The streets.
That is an
proverbial-
irrelevant question.
It's
No.
not
I don't
relevant.
know.
We're
We've
not
been
Why?
traveling so
I've never
long.
met your parents or your parents. And
We're not
certainly,
asking
I've met his parents.
We're not asking you to meet them.
Yeah,
I was
they were-
curious about
We
it.
met his
so.
family.
We
We're
met
just
his
asking
family.
about where you came from.
Like, we've heard,
We don't even know what this guy's name is half the time.
I nat 20'd my con save to not lose my shit.
I mean, we know that your
Sarah,
parents were
did you have
involved in the
children?
circus.
Yeah, I think I've
My
said a lot
parents
about
are
that.
farmers.
No.
Damn, he's pushing hard
Yeah,
on
I'm
this
just-
Where are you,
emotional
Oliver? Where are your parents?
rampage.
Oh, they're way further east.
That's it. That's all we get.
I don't know if the names that I have for things would be the same name that you have for things.
I'm not sure if I'll.
He's saying his parents are dragons.
I'm not dragons, no.
He crosses
Well, what do
something
they
off his
name?
notebook.
It's like it's the friction between languages. Some things sound great in his language, and some things sound terrible in his language.
Gerald, I feel like you're just like building a case, like with all of our information, and I'm not really appreciating
Oh
that.
no, it's not. No, I'm sorry. The old habits die hard. I'm just trying to find it. The angle, I guess, is just what are we doing? I'm just trying.
Sure,
to,
are you from Crosstowen?
No, I'm technically from a smaller town between Crosstown and Guilderland, but I'm on part of the Boone Garden
Like how
station.
how often are you in Crosstowen?
Oh, it's been my home for several years now.
So there you have a broad network of contacts.
That is correct. You could say I know a guy.
You could say he knows a guy.
Now, what's the name of the town between Crosstone and Gilder Lake that you're from? Because we're going to be traveling that way eventually.
Like,
Oh, there's not one. Who wants to know?
I was when you said that, I was like, we didn't put what.
I grew up in Cattle Crossing
There you go.
And across them.
until my family moved north to the foothills, to a town called, I'm going to roll a d6, and it landed on 4. A town called...
Nicksville.
Yeah, sure.
Spelled wrong.
Uh,
K-N-I-C-K-S.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basketball team there.
I moved to Nix Hill in the foothills about 4 days to the west of Crosstown.
Okay.
Yeah.
What can you do for us in Crosstown, and why are you sure that we need you?
Oh, I don't think you guys need me at all. We're just traveling together. But I think
How is our already perfectly made up band of vegetable farmers not going to pass muster going through?
Oh, it's
Crosstown?
not. It's not even about
It's called
that.
mustard, actually. It's a seed.
Tell me
See,
about
that's
it.
that language barrier
Yeah.
we were talking about.
Oh, okay.
And his language is called Hashik.
Can you?
What's the problem?
Are we
Do you
passing condiments?
Do you know his brother?
I'm sure. Whose brother?
Leaf's brother?
Yeah,
Like, do you know
I-
Heringons in that sound?
Oh, there's no really.
We're not
Do you
from
guys?
Crosstown.
Is it okay to call you Animalkin? Is that like a thing only you can say, or is
For
there?
Harangon.
Do you prefer smooth skin?
Are we passing around food?
Yeah, I
That's like the
thought
only
let
human,
another
the
human
only
die.
human characters over here talking mad shit about.
So, but no. I don't know what the question was. What was the question?
If we prefer animal kin?
Oh yeah. No, there's not a whole lot of animal kin type people in Crosstown. So who here has been to Crosstown?
I've been to town or
Yeah,
two.
you've been. 'Cause
Real
you've
quick,
been
out
to
of
Gilder
out
Lake,
of
so.
out of
Would I
character.
Yeah.
I'd like to get your attention for an outside step. As we approach the signage or whatever would draw our attention for this mom and pop bed and breakfast or whatever.
Yes.
I'd like to find an opportunity to slink off the top of the wagon, maybe to take a bathroom break or something like that.
Sure.
During that time, I'd like to gently sabotage the wagon.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Okay, 19.
Yeah. So yeah, you're like, while they're talking and Gerald's explaining the town and stuff, you just like, yep, you're right back, and just slide off. Yeah, what are you doing to the wagon?
I'm just trying to get it to stop for,
Just
it doesn't have to stop
unscrew a bolt or
for
something?
very
Yeah.
long. Just long, like a rock gets jammed in the wheel or
Yeah,
something, you know what I mean? So something that causes us to like
Go ahead
take a
and
moment to everybody go, oh, well, geez,
make a
man.
survival check.
The wagon. Boy, a survival check. 10.
With a 10. So you all are having a discussion. He says, I'll be right back to the bathroom. And
Could I
hops off.
could I ask you for a sleight of hand instead?
See, I thought about a sleight of hand, but I didn't know.
I'm trying to do that on the down low. I'm not trying
That's
to.
what I thought. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll take a sleight of hand.
I'm like survival. I am not built for.
yeah, that was
anything
gonna, that was gonna be my
Ah,
first
fuck.
one, but then I thought maybe not 5.
that ended up being almost exactly the same, even with
So-
the difference between a +1 and a +7.
As you
We hear your scream as
Or
our hand
12.
gets caught.
yeah, that's exactly what happens.
That's a perfect sabotage.
He slides off, and you just hear and like you start pulling, and you look down, and he's literally stuck in the wheel. He's like and you just stop as the wheel kind of snaps off a little bit because his body is wedged between the wheel and the cart.
Damn, hit the brakes, Leaf.
He's like, oh my.
I stop the horse.
Why are you running over our friends?
Why are you getting off using
Christ.
the wheel?
Well,
First, you make
You've
some.
gotten on and off this cart a million times and you decide to use the wheel?
Just because he's
It
a
was the
hobgoblin
wheel,
doesn't
well.
mean he doesn't count.
and then I sort of
wedged
point
into
to
the
where
wall.
I fell down and smashed my face against the thing, and it's now like cracked. It clearly looks like my foot could have fallen through and got trapped in the wheel.
No. Car is now stopped.
So I'm just like, oh, I don't know if I
Try
don't
to get
know.
you out.
I don't know. I'm just like wailing.
Where's Safari guy?
He's dead.
No.
The Boon Guard?
Boon Guard guy, yeah.
He's just on his horse, kind of chuckling at what's going on.
Okay. Does he get off his horse to help or anything? Or?
He's like, why would I help that guy?
Yeah, if you guys are stopped for a couple minutes, I'm sure he'd hop down and stretch and kind of take the opportunity to get off the saddle for a little bit.
Cool. I will stay
Stab him
within
12 times.
Yeah, no, right in the face. I will stay within visual of him, and I want to keep an eye for if I see him documenting and try to see what it is he's documenting.
Sure.
If he documents anything.
Sure. He's like Arthur in Red Dead. He just sketches him stuck underneath the car. Saw the craziest accident today.
I'm gonna.
As long as he painted me beautifully.
Like, did you stop us right in front of the?
I don't know, just like at a point that would
Yeah,
have
you're
seemed
kinda near
appropriate
near
to where
the
Gerald
crossroads.
could make a stronger case for us to maybe, taking a break. Like maybe I slipped because it's getting a little too dark outside, and I just sort of lost my
Right.
balance and
I'm gonna just get off. I can't deal with Leaf right now.
How? You said part of the wheel snapped off.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely repairable. It's basically just like a strip nut.
like I knocked one of the spokes out.
Yeah,
the wheel a
it's
little.
definitely something you can repair in the next half hour to hour.
Okay.
Can I roll to repair that?
You can, sure.
You can start working on
Cool.
it.
I have advantage on
But
that.
Yeah, if you.
It's like, well,
Right.
do you guys want to call it tonight?
Yes.
I'm like, I'm just holding like the knot in my head from where my face smashed against the thing.
Well,
and
let's see if
my
your
legs
friend can
over.
get this thing fixed and we can get on the road.
No, we're stopping.
It's like,
It's gonna be a little while.
With advantage?
With advantage, 11.
Yeah, so it's just kind of getting dark, and you don't really have the tools you would need. So it'd almost be like it's going to take a little while.
I feel like there would be proper tools to do. Like most people drive their car
Yeah.
with like the stuff to repair a wheel.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely
like
doable. It's just going to take you a little
Okay.
bit.
yeah,
With an 11.
and look, it's gonna take us. It's gonna take us several hours
This guy's pretty injured.
to deal with this.
Can one of you lay on your hands?
I'm gonna take.
that?
I was like, wait a minute, what? Nobody
Well,
lay
he
on
can
my
pick it
hands.
up. He's a really strong rabbit.
He can. He could. Leaf. You probably should carry me.
Wait,
I
you
could just.
heal?
I could also heal
I-
You
you.
healed me.
I've done it before. I brought
Look,
him back
this-
from the brink of death.
Have you ever have
Yeah,
we not learned our lesson yet? How many people
brought me
collapse
back
in
from death?
combat and we're just short of one little touch of healing
Oh.
to save someone's
Hey,
life?
thanks.
I'll be fine. I just need a quick break. Let's
Come on,
watch.
with the dogs.
Let's all gather around like true construction workers and watch one dude try to fix the
I'm telling you,
wagon
bro.
while we all just give him advice from behind.
I'm gonna go up to Zeke and take off his brand new cloak and like I'm helping, and then put it on
Now
myself.
you're going to get wet and you're not.
Yeah.
Like
Hey Sarah, what do you think? Does this look good on me?
yeah, it's probably one of the reasons I probably got stuck in the wheel too.
Can I roll to try to fix it? Because I have proficiency with land vehicles. I probably know my way around fixing
Don't
it.
get any closer to him.
Sure.
You already ran him
Yeah, you can
over.
roll to fix it.
What skill should I use?
We will make it a. I would do probably survival,
Okay.
and we'll
Oh,
make
we
it.
were using his skill? I thought it was just a basic roll.
Well, didn't I thought you had like tools or something or proficient or something.
Oh, I have expert duplication.
I literally thought you were making like using bending or something. I had no idea what you were doing.
Oh, yeah.
So any repair uses tools that you would be proficiency with, or you would use a basic skill. You know, it doesn't really matter.
16 plus 7, so that's 23.
Like a carpenter kit.
Yeah, so it takes you like a half hour, but you're able to fix that wheel.
Okay.
So during the half hour, are people gonna start heading towards the bed and breakfast area, or are they just hanging out?
I'm going to make an impassioned plea to the group that, maybe we don't force it through the night. We could stand a little bit more rest. It seems like Sarah could use a little more time to put himself together before we throw him into the big city.
Weren't you the one originally saying to go through the night?
Yes, but then I blew out my ankle like a goddamn Harlem Globetrotter.
And I can heal you up, and we only got delayed about a half hour.
Yeah, and
Let's
look how
just
dark
stop.
it is.
Come
Let's just
on.
stop.
Let's
It's
keep
not worth
going.
arguing over.
What's a Harlem Globetrotter?
That's a great question. From my homeland, there are hobgoblins who
They were
who
one of the
elaborate
greatest adventuring parties we ever had.
Globetrotter.
Yes.
the Harlem
Trouble.
Gobtrotters.
Boy, that's a mouthful.
The Hoblin Globetrotter.
Don't soonerism that ever. That's
The Horblin Globetrotters. So many R's.
This man
Anyway.
has true.
toast.
We've got the wagon repaired enough, and if it's a matter of coin, I'll gladly put the entire group up for the evening. But I feel I feel like we're just not in a harmony before we go into a city that Jurl has convinced me is filled with police and criminals who may or may not wish us death once they find out that one of their associates died in our presence.
To be fair, though, we also have a really cool, like, gentrified cave system now. So,
Gentrified cave system?
yeah, it used to be these, like, caves, and then it was slums.
Okay, I follow you. Caves.
In
Slums.
Crosstown.
Yeah. And then it was slums. Actually, you guys might not even know this. People who have been there, because it's pretty new. They've been clearing out these caves that used to be like pretty bad neighborhoods, if I'm being kind of honest, and made them into like like gastropubs and escape rooms and axe throwing places and stuff. It's pretty, it's honestly pretty neat.
Is that where you met Nick?
Oh no, this is like brand new. No, we met each other. When I arrested him 7 times. Through we kind of bonded through interrogation. But you guys are familiar with Uptown. Uptown. So there's 2 parts to Crosstown. Crosstown sets on one of the boom plates edges of the plates. There's actually a gigantic sheer drop off with a river, and the uptown part of Crosstown is on the up part, and then there's a downtown part. The downtown is much more civilized and much more of a city, with lots of shops and things like that. The uptown part is a little more
Funky.
rural and kind of upscale rural. That's where you guys have all been. You've been through both, going back and forth to Gilder Lake. The bunnies have been mostly to the uptown part of it. And he's like, yeah, but now there's kind of this new 3rd district called Undertown. It used to be like dwarven mines and stuff, I guess, like a million years ago. But yeah, usually it's just like warrens and slums. But now nightlife and trendy eateries and stuff are going there. So, just saying, I'm a good local guide is what I'm saying. I can show you cool stuff. There's a new place called the Mirage. It's real cool.
Is it Mirage?
No. I think that's the guy's name, maybe even. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, it has like it's like a. Y'all ever been to like a little kid's birthday party, and like they have like games and prizes and stuff for the kids?
Yes.
Okay. It's like that, only for like grown-ups. It's like that plus alcohol.
Show me.
How do I show you?
Where?
Oh, that's right. You meant show you the games. Look, yeah, like through an axe, or like I roll the stone, It's in Crosstown.
Leaf, I'd very much like to play the adult games.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Do you think this will go
Wouldn't mind either. I
to
like
helping
games.
you resolve your issues?
I'm gonna shoegaze for like just a minute, and then just snap back with, "No, it just seems safer than smacking people again," and then walk away from you.
There's also a restaurant where you can hang out with fish, and a restaurant where you can hang out with cats. So
Seems like those 2 things would.
Man, this is
not those different restaurants.
man.
No,
If
it's
that,
just like
if
Same
this,
ownership group.
If this Edgewater, town
Yep.
has this kind of quality, I can only imagine the absurdity that awaits us in Gilder Lake.
Oh, buddy, yeah, absolutely, Gilder Lake.
But I tell you, I'd rather approach this town well rested and
Yeah, we could
prepared.
probably take a shower or a bath together.
here?
In the.
Did you just say together?
What?
Yeah, I also caught that.
I mean, it's probably one of those communal baths, you know?
We share a barrel.
Didn't your boyfriend die like 10 minutes ago?
That was a whole different zip code.
You know? It's,
Do you
He
have zip
needs
codes?
to, he's trying to move on.
we have a saying in Hobgoblin Town. It's the best way to get over someone
Yep.
is to take a bath with them that lasts more than 4 hours.
Under there. But
And if it lasts more than
So-
4 hours, you should call your grandma.
call your grandma.
Are you
Grandma
close
with
with
the bath
grandma?
won't stop.
I've never met a grandmother in my entire life.
How do you call someone?
How are you supposed to call
Out the
her
window.
grandma if you never met her?
Me, Ma.
It's just an expression.
This bath
you know?
won't end.
Like you should pay your taxes or any number of these other.
Don't
I've never
throw
paid
don't throw the
taxes.
rebound out with the bath water. You know? So, wait, what was the question? They have baths at this bed and
Yeah.
breakfast? Yes. A bath for sure.
Okay.
There's only
It's a bed, bath, and
I'm-
breakfast and beyond.
You know, I was all about pushing
my
it,
words.
but now I'd like to just treat everyone to a night of a Bed Bath and Beyond where
Bed,
we
Bath,
don't
breakfast,
get
and
murdered
works.
to death by
It's a massage
freaks of
parlor.
otherworldly nature.
If we
Okay,
get murdered to death, I'm blaming you.
that's fair.
Can we all just agree as a group to just avoid the barn?
Yeah.
We should
Right.
avoid the barn. We should avoid
Whatever.
the basement. We should
If they're
avoid
like
any
the cows
wells
or
or holes in the ground.
dancing in there, we're like, all right.
If
Any
there
talking
ha-
animals. Any.
If there happens to be another witch running this place, I'm just leaving.
no rooftop escapades. No fighting with the
We
scarecrows.
locked
No.
Sarah in one room.
The floor recognizes Sarah Padnos.
Yeah,
What-
we really should keep a better eye on Sarah because she keeps disappearing.
What's the
Is Sarah still in the cart?
yeah, what's the
I know
game
she
plan
does.
if there's another earthquake? Should we like
Blame
pick
you.
a spot where we all can
Blame him.
reconvene?
Blame
Yeah, I think we all just meet back at the wagon.
Okay, meet back at the wagon in case of earthquake. Okay, good.
Except for
Okay.
Leaf, we need to test our theory as to whether or not he is
Yeah,
the
we
cause
need
of the
to-
earthquake.
Yeah.
Well, then that. Okay.
Here, I'll show you I'm not the cause right now, and I'm just gonna like put my hands up and like nothing happens.
And I'm gonna be like,
I hope nothing happens.
I'm going to convincingly flinch.
roll a d1.
Oh God!
Leaf, my legs
Yeah,
are
he
already
folds
almost
his
broken.
hands up, and like a long couple seconds goes by, and nothing happens.
But I
I
was
wish I had
floating in a
found a tree.
magical orb, and I can't just do that. That's not to say that that didn't happen to me.
So
Yeah,
admit
so are we
something
ready to
happened.
talk about that then?
Well, nothing happened. I'm just saying that
I think
there was.
it's time we unpack whatever you went through.
I think Sarah should unpack his dead family before we get to
People do
whatever.
it.
They were already unpacked when I got there.
You guys just packed it back up, I think.
What if we could combine the two of you? What if your newfound religion, whatever it may or may not be, could be the solution to Sarah's terrible repression?
I don't think so.
I haven't.
Look at him.
I'm fine.
Look at him just
Sarah, maybe you
filled
should
with
pray to
denial.
God.
So are you
That help.
are you like spreading the good word of Leviathan?
of Levatic,
Leviathan?
Yeah, what's this?
Lavinia.
What's your
Lavinia.
god now?
I'm gonna
I don't have a-
start reading from Leviticus.
Yeah, I don't think she specifically
I think it's
told us about her
but
god.
nothing
Her god
else.
thing.
I mean, we
you
could
know?
just kind of assume Lavinia did something to her.
I mean, it would make sense all those times she kept dazing off into the sky while in the middle of a
Screaming about how
combat.
she liked Lavinia at the beginning of that one.
And
thing.
healing people.
I don't know what you guys are talking
Are
about.
you a
I'm-
faith
I
healer?
mean, she healed us
Yeah.
before
I've always been
the
able to
cave
do that.
system.
I'm an amazing bard.
Is
But
this
the last time she
fantastic
healed people,
healer?
she didn't play it on her instrument.
The healing touch of cats.
She was
That's
also
not
talking
thing.
to herself a lot.
I do hear that
No.
Curran is supposed to be very good for healing.
True.
Yeah, it's really just being.
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you
Okay.
tell us all about somebody else's race now?
Mister, I know everything
I
there is to know
everything
about
everyone's
hobgoblins.
culture.
Mister, I've never left my farm until 2 years ago.
I've left the farm.
I've gone to 3 other suburbs of this whole town to sell my vegetables to the same people.
Tell us about your life.
Let's see. I
Yeah,
come
you do an awful
from.
lot of judging for someone
Yeah.
who doesn't share it all.
Yeah, that's what I'm good at. That's what I was born to.
He is sharing his gifts with you by
Yeah.
judging you. It is really the only thing he's good
a
at.
thank you would be welcome, but I guess I'll just do it for free.
I brought you back from the brink of death.
Yeah, that's your duty.
I'm pretty sure I did that.
No, I did.
He's done it before.
I mean,
You might have done it too.
I mean, at any given point in time, all of you should be doing it. All of the
he
time.
does often get knocked unconscious. It probably
gets
has
up
rattled
again.
his
Actually,
tiny
never
you're
gonna
brain.
keep him
thanking
down.
us for healing healing
I'll
you,
drink the
not
whiskey.
letting you die.
Well, I'm thankful for that too.
But we also
You
kill
got the
all the
opportunity.
people. So, well, we do our best to kill all the
What's
people.
up with this bed and breakfast?
Oh, you guys have been there for 3 hours. You're
Yeah,
just
we
like
have.
sitting in chairs
Yeah.
drinking. It's like, how do we even get in here? No, yeah, you eventually. It's only about a less than 10-minute ride down the road, and it's actually pretty nice. It's a stone-made 2-story structure, pretty small, right by the road, and you can tell it just kind of has popped up at some point in the last like
God, it's brand new.
100 years to as the one day out from a nice city kind of stopover place. When you get there, there are a couple horses and carts tied up. Looks like there's some other people staying here already.
Do they look like they are upscale carts and
do.
horses?
They
Okay,
do.
good.
Yeah, they do look pretty nice actually.
We've been slumming it in the gutters for too long.
Yeah, as you head in, it is a heavy wooden door that you have to open, and you are pleasantly surprised. It's a warm night anyway, but they have a fire going inside at a nice hearth. Like hard, heavy, dark wooden chairs that are almost like thrones around the fire in like semicircles and little groups to talk to each other. And as soon as you see it, there's all the way down is a nice bar, like a nice oak bar. And behind the bar is a bunch of barrels in the wall with taps. And about a 45, 50-year-old human woman with blonde hair is like, oh, hello, come
Hi,
on
I'm
in.
Sarah Padnose.
Hello, Sarah Padnose, come on in. Are we drinking? Are we staying? Are we eating?
We're staying and bathing.
We're
No,
definitely
absolutely.
going to be staying and bathing.
So we have 6 rooms, 2 were spoken for, so we have 4 available rooms. And
Well, I think we got 1 and 1.
we do have 2. It's
And
2
1
large
and
beds.
1.
So 2 of the rooms have 1 large bed. 2 of the rooms have 2 smaller beds. One is
Definitely
no
going
smoking.
for 2 smaller beds.
Really? I figured you
do we
two
have
want to
pets?
share a bed, considering all.
I mean,
all
you
things.
would make a lot of assumptions. It
I
seems.
know you were just filled with assumptions, thinking you know
I'm
everything
gonna
about
go
everything.
run and try to find a place that lets you be friends with fish.
Oh,
Oh, that's in Crosstown.
yeah, I
It's in
think
the
you're
city.
talking
I'm still
about...
gonna go run and try to find it.
Okay.
Just running around in circles outside. Caca!
He's special.
So, so you 2 are in a room. So it's gonna be a gold apiece per person for split rooms, or 3 gold for like 1 person in with the big bed.
Well, would you be fine sharing a large bed domicile with Sarah?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or would you make
So
her sleep
3
on the
gold
floor
for
like an
you,
animal?
Sarah.
Sleeping on the floor for sure. We'll share the room.
3 gold for you and Sarah. 2 gold for you 2. 2 rooms are spoken for.
And then these guys, they gotta figure out what they're doing. Remember, I'm paying for this because I forced us to
if
stop.
he's paying for it, then I'll take the other large bed,
No, Gerald.
and then you 2 can have your little small beds because you're like cousin.
No,
brothers.
Gerald. Nix gets the other large
That
bed if
guy's
he wants
gone.
it. He'll be back.
He'll be dead.
Gerald, you can sleep on the floor in that room.
In the room with you and Sarah?
No.
Oh,
Whoa,
I was like,
hey,
that's
No.
No, all right.
You were
In the
rooming
room
with
with-
Nix.
Yeah, you can room with Nick,
Oh,
but
that's
you
fine.
can sleep on the floor.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
whenever
he's not gonna run. And get
whenever
killed or
he
anything,
tuckers
so.
himself out, he'll come find your bed.
Okay. Sounds good.
But make sure you.
Are we gonna do we have like a call time for tomorrow? Like, do we want to do like 6 a.m. or something, or daybreak? Or?
Shortly after daybreak, I think we should enjoy
I'll
the
get you down
breakfast
here.
part of this bed and breakfast. And
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
I'm very interested in the bodyworks portion of this.
They do massages.
Oh,
I'm gonna
great.
hit the hay and think about life.
And then I look directly at Melody like, did you hear that? They do massages
How
here.
much for a
I'll
massage?
watch to see which room he goes to.
All right, yeah, he heads up, and yeah, there's 6 rooms. He has one of them. They gave him the key for. We'll say room 3.
Room 3.
How much for a massage?
The massages are part of it.
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
I wanted to
okay.
clarify on
This is
Gerald's room.
This is all inclusive.
On Gerald and Nix's room. I know Nix isn't here to say anything, but he absolutely loves a room with a window. So as long as the room has a window, he loves to stare at the moon and then peck at the glass. Because
all of the rooms have windows.
excellent. I just wanted to make sure Nix had
You
everything he
gotta
needed.
be careful
to,
though. Make
to
sure it's
sleep.
not too clean because sometimes it's BAM and he knocks himself out.
I'll still owe you because you're paying for this, so I'll owe you.
No. This was a gift freely given. You owe me nothing for this.
No, I owe you for the massage.
You owe me for the
Yeah,
massage,
yeah.
but
I'm saying,
that
like,
will make us 100% even because
Yeah,
mine
but
is a
it-
gift freely given. The other is one you ruined by trying to murder some poor old
Yes.
woman.
So what I'm saying is I still owe you because you're paying for this.
No, this is a
Also,
gift.
she
I
wasn't
don't think it's a good idea to talk about murdering an old woman when we're standing in front of the establishment here.
Oh,
I mean-
she's like, no, it's okay. I literally could kill all of you without thinking about it.
Really?
Consent check.
Sure.
It's like just a single look into her eyes, and you're like,
7.
You take a look at her, and she looks pretty solid.
Listen, the last place we stayed at turned out to have hags, and it was a whole big fiasco.
That sounds horrible.
So you guys aren't like that, are you? Because
And she like points back behind and over the over all the barrels is just a huge shield and like a giant broadsword. She's like, we're not hags around here, bud.
God.
he is quite familiar with making accusations completely unfounded. So
I don't
Yeah.
think
You
it's that
were
unfounded.
walking around
When the
telling
last
people
place
he knows
we
everything
stayed
about
at.
them.
And she just like takes it's, you were there, you were there, you three are there.
we're all here except for Nix and Gerald.
Yeah. And so she just breaks out the shot glasses and gets like
I need a few.
a rye gin and just like pours it all on. It's like first one's part of the package, anything after that you're paying for.
Sarah went to bed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I
So-
hear the glasses and I just start running forward.
So you back in.
Yeah.
And she's like,
We all
"Yeah."
just move out of the way.
I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I couldn't find the Beyond. Sorry.
We aim a couple of pieces of tinfoil that like will really just bring him back to the party.
So, yeah,
No, you just need a little tiny like wooden bird whistle, like.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Is there any chance, maybe it'll cost a little bit extra, but to have like a babysitter that could maybe prevent our friend from just randomly leaving in the middle of the night, because she tends to do that.
I can do that for you real quick.
Well, I could.
Quick cast.
Sarah's dead.
Magical sleep ought to do it.
Oh, it's the girl that went upstairs to your
Yeah,
room.
She's a flat
flighty.
All right.
I don't. She's very
So-
blissfully unaware.
She's just dumb. It's
Here,
not her fault.
and she goes and gets these like huge iron keys, and she's like, we usually don't tell the guests this, but at the top of each door is a secondary lockdown protocol kind of thing.
Yeah.
You can just lock yourself in the room. It's like a child lock.
Yeah,
You
I'll
never
take
get
it.
out.
I'll take it.
And
Yeah.
it works on Windows too.
It's like a master lock for everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
In case
I'll
there's
take
an
that.
attack or something, we can kind of lock it down. Just
So
hold on to it, bring
so
it back
this is a
tomorrow
bed
morning.
and breakfast slash fortress of solitude.
Yeah,
in
if you
case
look at
of
it,
an
you start
invasion?
thinking it's solid.
Yeah.
It's like all it's not wood. It's all it's stonework.
And so I like. And
Even
she,
the stairs are stone.
after I'm
Like,
hearing her explanation, and I'm like really taken into place, I'm like, are you seeking any interested business arrangements, partnerships?
we are out of that kind of business. I'll tell you the truth. We used to be. Are you familiar with the Seekers?
At that moment, you guys would all like sort of notice, and then like a freeze up for like a second from definitely from Zeke. As I'm like, no, the Seekers. Tell me more.
Well, we used to be in a guild called the Seekers. Are any of you familiar with the Seekers?
I don't know if I
I
would
don't
be.
think I would be.
Aren't they the hunters of things?
That's right. We
Well, we've heard of them.
Didn't they kill your one friend,
Who?
Kyle?
Kyle. Did they kill Kyle?
Tristan.
Who?
Yeah, also your friend.
Which friend?
Oh, the hatchet dude.
Oh, Tristan.
Yeah,
The hatchet guy was
Juggalo?
from the Seekers.
I remember you
No,
telling
the-
us a
the-
story about some.
The guy that killed Tristan that had the axe, he was one of them seekers, I think.
Oh,
Somebody show him the axe.
I don't have it.
I thought we sold it. We gave it to the guy.
Oh,
And then
Well-
nobody would let me steal it back from him, or, you know.
Anyway, yeah, we used to be in a group called the Internationally Renowned Seekers. And
Iris.
the IRS, that's correct. And their seekers do two basic things. We're treasure hunters and big game hunters. And as you can see, we did pretty well on the treasure part of everything. Built ourselves this, me and my husband built ourselves this little fortified slice of heaven several years ago now. And we were kind of doing it for a little bit. Got attacked a couple times, realized it wasn't worth keeping that stuff on location, and just kind of turned this into a nice little bed and breakfast pub and are living off our retirement. So,
Good for you.
thank you. Enjoy your rye drink. We make it ourselves. It's a mash. And salute you. And there's a, like I said, there's like, it's almost like, I know they have a name. I don't know what they're called. Those like outdoor wood chairs that like you lean back in. You
The
know,
Golden Corral specials.
the Adirondacks. chair.
Adirondack chairs. Yeah. The whole place is basically homemade Adirondack chairs that kind of encircle a large central hearth fire. So yeah, there's no tables or anything. You guys can just like go sit and relax and chat if you'd like to, or head to bed, whatever you want to do. There is no sign of the other people that are staying here. You assume they've kind of already went to bed.
I'm gonna order 3 more rounds
3 more rounds.
for everybody.
Yeah. Do you want more of the same drink? The same
Keep it the same.
rye?
Yep.
I
Sure.
didn't drink the first round.
No. And she's like, we have milk if you want milk, by the way.
I'll begin to protest and then stop myself and consider.
Yeah, all right.
You sure you don't want to drink after? I mean, everything.
Oh, you guys had a rough day?
Somebody's had a rough day.
Can I roll to persuade
Sarah's
Sarah
whole
Padnos
family
to
is
drink?
dead,
Oh my god.
and then we killed them again.
Yeah.
Necromancers.
You guys have
Look.
fought necromancers and hags
Yeah,
and your
and look
family?
at Zero. He's not
So-
even addressing any of his issues.
I'm gonna just walk outside to the
She's
car.
like, do you need a
He's
massage?
just gonna walk straight into a barn.
The massage is part of
You guys have
the...
any barns or
I'm
earthquakes
gonna-
around here?
Any holes in the ground I
What's,
can fall into?
what's the like sweetest wine you guys have?
Oh, we do have some nice wine.
Like, what's the like the nicest sweetest one?
Uh,
Because it's on his tables.
Oh, yeah, it's...
Well, I said I was paying for the rooms. I didn't say shit about drinks.
You
It's
did
an
say the
experience.
experience.
Yeah, and this is the
we
experience
do
of
have a
sleeping in a
really
nice
fun...
bed.
She's like, can you give me one moment?
Yeah.
And so she heads... You think she's going to head, like, back, but she actually, like, hops over the bar and kind of gets between you guys, up the stairs, and into what you assume is probably, like, their room or something. Gone for a while. And then comes back with a nice, big, round, gourd-looking bottle. And she's like, so this was traded to us recently. This is it's not necessarily a wine, but it drinks like a wine. It's like a strawberry liqueur. And it's really, and she like pours some into a glass. It's almost clear. It has just the slightest pink tint. And she's like, now this is very refreshing, pretty potent, and very sweet.
I'll take the whole thing, and I'm gonna go take it to.
Okay,
Sarah
I will
and be on
add
his
the
tab.
10 gold to your tab.
That'll be fine.
I am headed to the.
But it is the last one.
Where you said the horses were tied up at outside.
Yeah. So it's just not so much a barn as just again, it's made out of stone,
Okay.
and it's just like a stone car park, and inside there's just not even stalls. It's just like areas for the horses to get some like grain and feed and lay down. That's all open.
Is that where Dandelion Glimmer is
Yeah.
as well? I'll walk up to him first, just to be like non-confrontational about being there.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And hey everyone. So,
Hey, Rabbit Man, what's happening? Yay!
What's up, dude?
What's up?
I just wanted to come say hi. We're gonna be staying here tonight, and I'm Sarah Padnos.
Hey, Sarah Padnos.
This is Dandelion Glimmer here, and
yeah, we met.
and so just wanted to let you know.
Sorry about your family.
Yeah, everyone seems to be talking about tonight.
That unicorn said it was real fucked up.
Yeah, he was there for it. Everyone here was there for it. That was exactly what I was hoping for tonight. So hey, listen. So Hey, are any of you here with your owners, or what were they here for? Is this?
I think they're sleeping, probably.
Everyone's chill. Like no one here's like everything's okay.
Oh, you like? Are we good? Yeah, we're good, man. Thanks.
Okay, just making sure because like you never know. Okay, so listen.
That guy's real nice.
So I'm still have speak with animals on. I'm looking for preferably a bird, an owl.
Roll a nature check.
At a certain point in all this, I'm coming out with the gourd.
17.
So yeah, you do find actually a raven.
A raven.
Yeah, it's kind of like hanging out towards the top of the keep and sees you and flies down as you guys catch eyes. I see you're quoting me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, so listen, I need some help with something, and it's kind of a daunting task. But I think you might be the perfect animal for it, because it might be fun. It just really depends on what your viewpoint of fun is. Are you a fun kind of raven? Think you like that fun?
I mean, I've been known to party.
All right, so like, what if I told you there was an opportunity to like really annoy a human that's staying here? And
What's in it for me?
well, I mean, I can give you some of the food that's out there. Like, I know you guys like to scavenge, and normally like you just like bring back stuff.
You got like a dead animal or something?
No, like maybe like some like food. Like, hey, have you ever had a good berry?
No.
Oh, well, you're in luck, and I'm gonna cast good berry.
Holy shit!
Make 10 good berries.
You just made those out of nothing?
Yeah, I will. I
You're a
will.
sorcerer.
I will give him 2 of the. I think I can make up to 10 at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take him. Sure, yeah.
I will give him 2. And
All right, what am I doing?
All right, so here's what I need you to do.
All right.
One of these rooms, I'm going to try to thinking about which room that you would have been in. Try to visualize.
Yeah.
Is just going to be a guy. He's going to be in there by himself.
What's it look like?
Well, he's like really big. He's like 3 of me. He's a really good guy.
All right.
And I need you to go peck on his window and keep doing it until he gets up and opens the window.
Okay.
And we want to try to keep that window open. So if he like shuts it again afterwards, keep messing with him. But as long as he leaves the window open, you can leave him be.
Okay.
Does that sound cool?
Sounds cool. Thanks for the berries.
All right. So in the morning, we're going to be leaving like just after sundown. Come find me, and I'll give you some more berries.
All right.
If this works out. If not, you're just going to have to deal with what I gave you.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
All right.
Now that, I have to say, Sarah's not very talkative to us right now, but damn, can he sweet talk some fucking birds.
Yeah.
He is a Disney princess.
Let me pull the rolls back up. I'm sorry. I don't remember how do I do that again?
Anytime you clear them, they're for me. They're gone forever.
No, there's a thing you can click.
I know,
It was
I don't know what the
13
button is.
plus 3 is 16.
Okay. He seems
Or
like
total
cool.
6. I mean, you said. I'm sorry. You said persuasion.
Yeah.
Plus 3. Yeah. So yeah, 16.
All right. Yeah, he seems like he's down.
Cool.
So yeah, then I will head back in now that I know that everything's chill.
Cool. All right. You guys are sitting around a fire drinking.
Yes. I'd like to, make sure we're drinking without Jurl right now because he's still
he's
up in the
upstairs.
room or whatever.
Yeah, he
And I'd like to, propose a toast to everyone who is still here. You followed him outside while he's out there talking to birds, and you're just like,
You'll probably catch me on my way back in.
yeah. So I don't know if you guys, are you going to be remaining out there too?
I
with
just
him?
figured you needed a moment because they were bugging you about everything, so I was gonna just drink the 2 of us out there for a bit, just to.
That
let
seems
you
really
process.
nice, and that's very appreciative. I am, but you should drink that for yourself, and then.
I figured we could split it. It's the nicest, it's
I
the
don't-
nicest wine that sweet.
Well, then you
I know
should.
you like sweeter stuff.
That's true. That's true. My favorite is sweet. That's true. I say that. But no, that's okay. I really don't want to cope this way. I think I would rather just go back to ignoring them. That's working really well so far.
Sarah, don't say no to your left and your
You're not here.
The voice in your head.
You just hear
The
Oliver
voice in my head is
Just
Oliver.
do one drink with me.
angrily
Just one.
yelling at you to quit
Okay.
hiding your emotions and cry like a real
It's
man.
not to cope. It's just we've had a long journey, and it's nice to have something tasty.
Okay. I
Sip
think,
it gingerly.
I think we can do that. What are we drinking out of?
Just go for the Lord.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go to take a drink, but I'm going to backwash it right back in.
Ew.
Okay.
Could at least just like
I'm
squish it around and
I'm
spit
a
it out.
rabbit. I probably can't even clear it past my teeth. It's not going to look good no matter how you do it.
It's just like you put one of them little like nipples on the end,
Yeah, something like that.
little gerbil feeder.
All right. Anybody else doing anything else before
Well,
bed?
since
Sorry.
these guys are having their moment outside, I wanted to take the four of us. Melody, I know you're as suspicious and questioning as I am about the motivations of this Gerald character. He seems far too interested in every detail of our lives.
Yeah.
And I do believe he intends to arrest us for murder upon arrival. If not arrest us for murder, Oliver, I think he's definitely going to turn us into one side of this coin or the other. I do not trust this Gerald character.
So we kill him.
For once we are in agreement.
I mean,
Okay.
You can just lock him in the room.
I say we just kill
He'll
him.
just
tonight.
get out of the win. He'll just get out of the room.
but how are we going to get away with this?
We don't need to get away with that.
I will take care of the finer details.
Can you make it look like he's just done it to himself?
Oh,
Does he like fish?
He is really
there's
sad.
a whole thing about men drinking too much. You know, they just sometimes when they're all alone and they've lost someone they care about, they just drink themselves to death. And so perhaps Gerald drinks himself to death and stumbles out to a window and maybe he falls and impales himself on the iron fence around the edge of the building. Who knows?
All right. As
I
long
just
as
wanted to make sure.
As long as you can make it look like an accident.
Oh,
If you need help,
Yeah,
will,
if you need help.
it will look like an accident. Be assured.
All right.
I could use some inspiration when the time comes.
yeah. I got you.
And you, perhaps you could speed along my entryway into
Sure.
the space, and I will deal with the interior motives. Nix,
I'll write the song about it. Don't worry.
there you go. Attaboy.
Next,
I don't know what your specialties are when it comes to murder.
can you
Does he like fish?
play some loud music in the
Yes,
the end?
you. There we go. You. Afterwards, you grant the inspiration, and then you distract the entire place with a rousing
Wake
song.
everyone up.
I know that there
a
was
really
some
loud song.
Yeah.
goblins like particularly loud music.
Just don't have the right instrument.
Well, I'm sure you could come up with something.
Improvise, okay?
Yeah.
That's your specialty. You have the right tool for the job or something. I'm just trying to include you, okay?
Some street busking, a bucket or a kettle.
And then, are you guys hanging out outside, or are you guys coming back in at some point?
I would have came back in.
Okay. Like, as soon as I see them sort of come back in the room, I sort of like button it up a little bit, and I'm like, all right, to Saro and to
And
Leaf.
Sarah. And Sarah's dead family.
And
No!
Sarah's dead family.
I'm done with Saro's dead family.
I'll,
okay?
I'll have started to cheers and then back down again.
Just Sarah's eventual getting over his dead family.
Just Sarah talking about his feelings.
And I just sort of I give
Yes.
you the head nod like
To
like,
Melody
I'm sorry,
talking
like,
about gods.
What?
Yes.
yeah, Melody,
Complete
full
candor.
of God juice or whatever.
Nope.
No? Okay then. Well, let us drink and be merry. And I will go find a massage person later. And, this is going to be a great night, everybody. Great night.
I'm gonna polish off the rest of the bottle.
Okay.
He's going hard in the
Make
paint,
a
too.
Constitution check.
Against Sarah's
And will you, Oliver, make
Shove in
a perception
backwash.
check?
15.
Okay.
Listen,
You
peer
are
pressure,
drunk.
You get backwash.
Okay.
You're not sick, you're not blackout, but you are pretty like root spinning drunk.
I'm gonna try to persuade
Cool.
Leaf to
He
take
is
some
drunk.
drugs with me.
You are watching it as fun. All right. The night winds down. Anything else you do? The lady who was at the bar seems to be the sole proprietor of this place tonight. Is also the masseuse, and she literally has you laid down on the bar, and just gets up and just like throws a heavy towel on you and just gets to work. And it is not relaxing, but it is therapeutic.
Yeah,
And
perfect.
you feel like
It's
an
really
inch taller
working out all
and
those.
very limber when she's done.
It's working out all of those kinks that I've developed from being drunk behind a wagon.
Yeah,
Leave.
and she's very just cordial and polite and gives you great conversation while just really just getting in there.
tells me the story of the time she fought a beholder or something. Something
Tells you
cool.
about owl bears, a lot of owl bear dens and stuff. Yeah,
Sweet.
found a magic lamp once, sold it.
Well,
All right, anything else anybody doing?
Nope, I'm gonna head up to my room and open my window and just kind of keep an ear or two out for other people going to bed and calling it a night.
All right.
at some point, in between Leaf stumbling to bed in a swirling tornado of drunkenness, I assume that you were up there sort of by yourself shortly before him. I'm trying to find an opportunity
Sure.
to speak to
Yes.
Sarah alone.
Yes.
And so I'm going to just like lightly rap on the door.
Hello?
Say, it's Zeke.
Hi Zeke. What can I do for you?
I have something that I would like you to have.
Is it free?
Absolutely free.
You're not lying?
I would never lie to you.
Okay, hold on. And I'll, after the ridiculous amount of time, get up and open the door.
I'm just going to produce like a little bottle of water. I just hand it to him, and I noticed you weren't drinking, so I figured maybe, if you get thirsty in the middle of the night, can I come in for just a moment? I promise it will be quick
And free.
and free.
Okay.
100%. What? I don't know why you think. I paid for all of this. It's fine, brother. You can enjoy yourself.
Don't assume my family.
I wanted to sit down and I'll sit on the furniture, not on the bed. I'm not trying to be awkward about anything.
Sure.
But I'm just going to reach into my pocket, and then I'm going to hold out my hand. I'm going to set what appears to be just like a thin gold chain
Okay.
and like a little locket on there.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, when we were burying the bodies, I found this on the one that you seemed most troubled by.
And obviously I recognize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I will hyperfixate on it.
And I'll just give you one light pat on the shoulder and say nothing else, and then I'll just leave the room.
I will. I'll give like a like I'm gonna say something and then just, nope. This.
While this is happening, you hear just a ridiculous tapping of a bird on a window. Someone's attention is not.
And then exact moment you hear Cheryl like, "God damn bird, shut up!"
I love it.
Melon. As I'm the blur over here.
I can't see anything, but this is like digging into the side
The
of my
back
head.
of the-
yeah,
my
and
glasses
it's-
have been up like
it's
3
slowly
days.
killing me.
Are our heads just getting larger?
I hope not.
It's all those
As,
microplastics.
as you head to bed and kick Sarah out and make her lay on the floor of this giant, beautiful bed, which she's actually pretty happy about. She's fine. She's enjoying the adventure.
She still has the frog with her.
Yeah, there's a lush there's a lush rug on the stone floor. Each of the rooms have a little fire and fireplace as well. It's really
I could really like a blanket and a pillow. I'm not a bad person.
You hear a tapping on your window.
Is it a bird? 'Cause-
Do you want to check it out?
yeah, I guess.
It is a bird. It is a large white bird. And it has in its talons a small brown parcel wrapped in twine.
I guess I'll take it.
Yeah, as soon as you open it, it just like drops. It's like it just turns around and flies off.
Okay.
And you see a what seems to be a small care package addressed to you.
Does it say who it's from?
It is from your family.
Just my family.
You can just tell by the writing that it is your mom's writing.
Okay.
I just love the idea that to Melody from your family.
I've got a lot of them, so.
Yeah.
I guess I'll open it.
So you open it up, and you find 4 letters, each one individually wrapped, with your name on them, and they are from Oliver, Damien, Lily, and Mom and Dad. The Mom and Dad is just 1 letter.
Hold on, I gotta pull up my thing so I remember who
Yeah.
people are. Sorry, I forgot all of my family.
And you also find within it a couple cookies, like small cookies baked and wrapped up, and 5 gold pieces.
And what was it?
5 gold pieces.
Why are they giving me back my own money?
I said I didn't. God damn it, Mom.
I sent them like 50 gold at a
Yeah.
time, and they're like, "Here's 5 gold pieces
Uh-huh.
that are definitely mine," and sent back.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll open the letter from Damien first, so I can be pissed off before I'm.
It says, "Sup, loser."
Yeah,
Her,
yeah, that makes sense.
Ollie said you were coming back to town to try to get some money and try to impress us with some tricks or something. Everyone seems pretty excited about it, but just don't upset Mom and Dad with something stupid.
Great.
Are you a drug dealer now? Where'd you get the money? That's it.
There's a little box, yes or no.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I checked the yes.
Perhaps.
Like, yeah, I'm definitely a drug dealer. That's so nice of him. It's so great. What's the one from Oliver say?
So Oliver's says, Melanie, I really hope you're traveling well, and that this letter finds you on your way to us. I just wanted to let you know, I've been talking with Damien, and he's helping me with that trick.
Kill him.
And I just wanted to see if you think when you get here, maybe it's something we can work on. I know I shouldn't, but that new... I'm trying to think of the word. The new troupe that I'm working with is really putting together a really neat, like, multi-level experience for patrons, and I think we can make a lot of money and really make a mark with this. Can't wait to see you.
Okay. I don't even want to know what the other ones say. That's really great. That's so awesome. I'm so happy. I was gonna give Sarah to him, and now I need to know what to do with Sarah.
You're gonna give her to
Well, no, but I was gonna, like, he was the only stable one in my family. I was gonna be like, here, Sarah, hang out with my older brother who, like, is stable and, like, is a college professor and, like, doesn't do horrible things. Never mind.
It wasn't
now I have
planned.
to keep Sarah, so.
I thought you were going to turn her into
Just
the
for one
greatest
last
bard.
ride, you know?
What does Lily's letter say? Anything?
So Lily's just says your name
Yeah.
with a cloud and a sunshine, and then her name.
Mom and Dad?
Same. No, I'm kidding. But a little better. No, it's in your mother's handwriting, and it says, I hope that you're keeping safe. It's such a crazy world out there. We're both so proud of you. Your father...
Asked me to say that.
well, actually, it just stops right there, and is like, underneath it is very excited to see you two. Looking forward to seeing you. It's just like this is repeating and going nowhere.
Yeah.
And then in his writing, it's like, hey kiddo, thanks for the money. Here's a little bit back for you. Don't spend it all in one place.
He's trying to be nice.
can't wait to see you.
Cool. That's great. That's so awesome. That's so great. That's awesome.
What would you say? It's
Always,
great? Or would you
always
say it's
land
awesome?
on your, always land on your feet.
Speaking of people landing not on their feet, I'm gonna start executing the plan like 2 hours after midnight, like we discussed.
I'm awake having a mental breakdown.
Yeah, whatever, man. And then you're like, inspiration.
All right, Melody is riding in the front of the train.
I'm like inspiration, mode of potential, back to staring at the letter from Oliver. Like what the?
I would be waiting to hear for the tapping to stop. If it ever does.
Yeah, so that, just to be clear, that bird is trying to tap to open that window, and he is just not going to bed. He's just running around the place,
Yeah,
being conspiratorial. So, maybe at some point. Do you go to your room ever?
Yeah, I mean,
okay. So
we have an adjoined time to meet up. So
okay. So when you go in, there is a black raven tapping at your window.
At my window?
No.
Yeah. Nope.
No, at
Gerald's.
At
Oh,
window.
at Gerald's. I'm so sorry. I misunderstood.
When you pointed to him, I thought you meant where he's going.
I was like, I would just
Alright, let me
punch this
see.
bird in the fucking hand.
Yeah. Yeah. You eventually I'm like, get the fuck away from the window, you piece of shit bird. Just let me fucking sleep. I'm so goddamn tired of this and everything. Fuck.
Did the bird find enjoyment? Or do I have to find? I'll find.
You just hear a caw.
Did he finally open the window?
Yeah, the window's open now.
Okay, once the window has been open for a reasonable amount of time and the cursing subsides, then I will be wild shaping into a spider and climbing my way around.
Okay. So yeah, you do manage to go around and get into his room as he is laying back down. He is in bed though. I assume you're not in bed yet.
Nope.
Yeah. So he is just going back to sleep in bed.
In bed. Where is he sleeping in all of his belongings, like just as he walked in, or did he take? Like,
No, his stuff's off. He's in. I'm assuming. I would say long johns.
Is there any sense of maybe
Little onesie.
where his book would be?
Yeah. He has just like a rucksack.
I will spider over to it.
Sure, yeah, you're able to get into the thing. It's pretty dark. Do spiders have dark vision? I don't care. You eventually can feel the book as you crawl around.
Okay. Having located the book, I will now crawl back out and wait for the better part of that hour that I'm in wild shape
Sure.
to just see about going to sleep. And yeah.
Sure, yeah. He falls asleep, and you hear him like muttering in his sleep. He's like, "Oh, Larry, what did I fucking tell you about that?"
And you are in the room or not in the room?
No.
Cool. I will.
Can I play in this space with you?
Yes, you may.
Okay. So this I didn't know you were going to do,
I know.
and you didn't know what I was going to.
I know. No.
And so right now I think would be like the perfect time for this plan to execute.
I think so.
And so Melody has bestowed her inspiration on me as she reads her letters over and over again. And Oliver, you're gonna send me up into the room through the open window. I'm just going to appear in the space.
Oh.
At which point I'll immediately be looking to roll that stealth check with advantage from my new dagger.
As a literal fly on the wall, and there's nothing else going on.
How about a nat 20 for a total of 29?
And you're coming in through the door? Or
No, he has an ability to teleport anyone up to 30 feet.
Yeah,
so he just teleported me up into the room, and I just sort of like landed.
Yeah, so you were just silently just in the room.
And he's just a spider on the thing, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so you
Holy
just
shit, is
see
that Zeke?
him just like pop up as like a shadow in the room, just appear.
And you recognize my ever dry black cape.
Yeah, like
just
that thing
draped
just
all
stays
over
dry.
me, just sucking up the darkness.
Damn, that cape stays dry.
How dry that cape is.
Damn.
And so using that nat 20 stealth check, I approach the
Yeah, he's
the bed,
sound
and
asleep.
I see him, dead asleep, and I just pull the dagger out and hold it directly above his chest, and I'm just like listening for the heartbeat, for the moment where he breathes in deep,
Yeah.
and then I just
All right,
attack.
Roll your attack with advantage.
I'm just letting you know if Leaf ever finds out about this, I will kill you.
Okay.
I'm not down for murder.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay.
You guys are throwing me
I'll kill you for murder.
What's it?
I was gonna say, don't forget about the bardic stuff, but I forgot. Magical is the only one that does the damage.
Or as you plunge in a kick who's like, so anyway, I was like, oh.
Wrong room.
24.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. So, with my assassination feature, I automatically critical
Okay.
on any of my rolls on a creature with surprise.
Okay.
And I assume he would be surprised, you know?
Yeah.
It's pretty surprising to get
Pretty
stabbed
surprising.
to death. Oh, that's not the right dice. Come on. I'm driving with a touchpad. I left my mouse at home.
Uh-oh. If only you had an extra one.
It's one in my bag. You can't use it.
I have his extra mouse over here.
That's what I
That was the joke.
Because you had a mouse.
Yeah. Not because I have a mouse.
Oh shit! I accidentally rolled 2d20s. That's not. Wait, is that it? I rolled 4d6 and 2d20s came in. Hold on, let me try again. And then double that, so. Oh, I rolled the same even with those 2d20s in there. That's funny. So that is 34, 50, 59 damage.
Okay. Yeah. You. He literally wakes up, and you just see like the shock and surprise, and like starts to reach for you before the life goes out of him. And he's like,
Then I just sort of hold him in place, you know, until he stops
shaking a little bit in
moving.
bed.
And then I'm gonna, you know, very, very carefully, you know, move him closer towards the window.
Uh-huh.
It's really struggling with it. I mean, I'm a pretty big, beefy hobgoblin as well.
If I may,
Okay.
as you're taking him to the window,
Your hour runs out.
no, but I mean, I probably would have taken it down to about 15 minutes or so. So I'm in that last little.
Yeah.
And you could have interrupted if you wanted to.
Yeah,
just
I'm
by-
aware.
Okay.
No, I mean the shock of all getting over my own family dying and just the guy dying in front of me, no big deal. But I, after you would have started getting him towards the window, I would have spidered over and down behind where you're at and turned back into me. Actually, for if allowed, and I'm going to get away with it, I would have dropped down right where his stuff was at and grabbed the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to look at the
Where are
book?
you?
I'm in the room with you.
Okay. And
I'm
you turn
assuming
back into your normal self?
After I got back down on the floor, I'm not falling down as a rabbit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, so as you're pulling him over and getting him out the window, behind you, a spider turns into a rabbit and just picks up a book.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Okay.
It's got
I didn't
more.
know. Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just like?
Oh, yeah.
As a rabbit or a spider?
As a rabbit. If you're do you want
I feel
him
like
to know you
suicide
can get
letters to all of us for being friends to him in the end.
No.
Alright, yeah, roll a stealth check.
It
You're
would be
trying to be
perfect
cornered,
though
right?
for-
Failed miserably.
Okay. So yeah, how
I,
would you
I
get?
guess I
That's
didn't
not
consider
great.
it. I thought because I knew where it wasn't going to like make sound or something. I figured I would just
But
be like,
you're in a
Yeah.
pretty silent
All the
room.
questions-
he's pulling a body and I'm
What'd
just
you get?
a 3.
Yeah, I mean, so you're not like
I mean, you
kicking
didn't
it
have
over
to.
or anything.
You didn't have to turn back yet, did you?
But yeah, you
I
turn
wanted,
around.
to be, I wanted to be standing there with the book
Yeah.
when you got to
Okay,
starting
that's-
his body.
You did. You get the book out.
Oh, okay, cool.
And he's dragging the body. You
Yeah,
like
I've-
kick it over or anything.
Oh, okay.
You know.
I'm very,
Yeah.
yeah. He's not making a huge conundrum, but you know, I sort of get him lined up with the
You
window,
probably get a sense that something else.
and
is
then
in the room.
I just start.
Yeah.
I feel the presence, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but I take out
Yeah.
a jug of like the strongest stank ass like booze that I got earlier.
Uh-huh.
And I just sort of like hold his mouth open and pour a bunch in there, so it's like all over the front of him. You know, it's like it's just like very covered in this stinky, just the worst smelling shit ever. And then at that point, I'm just gonna swing for the fences, quite literally, try to shove him
All right.
out there and get him to
Roll.
impale onto the fences.
You can roll an athletics or a strength check.
All
Strength check
right.
or whatever.
Neither one of those is great, so I'm going to use my bardic inspiration on this one. Which one's going to be better? Athletics and strength, they're both the exact same thing, by
You
the
have
way.
motor potential.
I thought so. I thought maybe you have an athletics like proficiency
No.
or something. Maybe.
No, I don't have it. Shit. But I get to roll motive potential 2 times for an ability check. Fuck me. My athletics check is a 10.
Yeah, so you push him out the window, and you see the fence, and you're like, I got this, I think. And when you push him, he's like not stiff or anything yet, so he just folds in half and then slips out.
Like, ah!
And his like,
Just leaves blood draining
yeah,
down the
his
side
feet,
of the building.
yeah, his like, he kind of somersaults, and his feet do kind of hit the fence, and then his head just like splats on the concrete next to it. You're like,
I mean,
it wasn't as like poetic as you were hoping for, but yeah.
reasonable. You know, I just have to, you know, like whisper down, like, oh, we gotta like put him on something sharp.
Because definitely, yeah, there definitely is still a knife wound.
Yeah, that's what I'm
on
trying.
top
That's what I was
there.
trying to get him to land on
Yeah.
top of the fence.
He has wounds in his feet now.
Ollie, can you
and a
teleport him
stab
back
wound
to me?
And a pop head. This is what you're looking at.
Oh man.
Do you see the body fall?
I suppose I see the body fall, and then I need to find out what I can do with the dimension door.
All right.
You could teleport yourself and him up to.
I'd be surprised if he even touches the body if it's covered in blood, knowing him. Be like,
Oh, don't worry. Oliver knows how to do some work when necessary.
About 50 yards away in a tree, a raven's like, "What the fuck? Am I
Like, am I an accessory to
for a
murder?
goddamn berry?"
What did I do? Well, two.
Harold.
Two.
He said.
man.
The raven says as it impales a lizard.
He's
on
like,
his
you know
side.
what? Nevermore.
Not a single
Last time.
Last time.
That's it. I hate Lance now.
So I'm gonna just set him up so that he like kind of impales himself.
So yeah, you look down and he just
Fence.
comes running over.
Like-
Just picks up like.
I
go
miss
ahead-
it.
Go ahead and make a strength check as you try to pick this man up and impale him to a fence.
Can I do athletics?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, athletics is the grappling,
Yeah.
and tossing move. Our plan has failed.
Is there some way to get a reroll here?
Why don't you just like put it
Oh
down?
yeah, by the way, you do have a reroll from me for you.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
All right,
What'd you get?
I'll say
a
I
natural 1 for a total of 7.
You watch
We are not
as
having
he
a good
goes
time.
to like pull the body and the legs are stuck on the fence. You slip in the like brain goo and just fall on the guy, putting your hand out and spiking through your hand a little bit. And you're like, ah!
Is there like woods around here? Or
On the other side of the fence and about 50 yards away is a woods with
Okay.
a raven sitting in the tree.
I'm going to hold on to the body and do a dimension door.
Okay.
From this place into the woods.
Yeah, you see you're now like inside the woods. Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll look like he fell out the window and ran into the
Not
woods.
the
He fell out of the window.
He slipped in his own brains. Poor guy.
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, I have seen some pretty messed up head injuries where people kept going.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna like leave him out there in the woods.
Okay.
Try to do my best that maybe he like. What can I do? Like maybe there's a good berry. I have a good berry. I just kind of smash it and leave it on him.
When did I ever give you a good berry?
You gave me good berry like the very first time.
Yeah. That's
Oh, really?
First met,
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm mostly just trying to attract wild scavengers to.
Yeah, a raven immediately flies
I
down.
mean, I was like, I think all the blood and
This is the payment they promised.
He's the berry, and then he's like, "Oh, I get what's going on here."
I got a whole body. This is
This
good.
whole fucking guy. It's like Harold. What the fuck you do yourself?
Wait, he's gonna talk to
He
you
like
tomorrow.
goes back to
Thanks, bro.
slapping, like, we gotta move. We gotta move.
Pack your shit.
Also, I'm so full.
Then
The kid's like, "Dad, what have you done?" He's like, "Oh."
Open wide.
just kind of run the fuck out of there,
Oh, gross.
and then teleport away again.
Not expecting the Harold the Raven and his family subplot tonight. Okay, so yeah, you teleport away and just run away.
Mhm.
Okay. So right now, there is an open window, a blood stain all over the ground, and blood stain a little bit on a fence, and a body in the woods without a head, with a raven slowly eating it.
It's still got a head.
I mean, it's kind of caved in.
Yeah.
And your
It
hand
comes
Like
Pretty
Hitler
much.
and the
impaled,
Glorious
correct?
Bastards.
And is his hand like impaled?
Yeah, your
somewhat?
hand is slightly impaled.
That's alright.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're probably fine.
I will drink a potion.
Humor.
All right. So with that, the evening comes to a conclusion.
He's gonna leave us in that room together.
Yeah. Okay.
It comes to a
He stares out the window indefinitely. I stare at him staring out the window indefinitely.
and then Nick finally
Always
comes
has
back
been.
and is like,
Nix walks in, stares at me.
Nick just walks past both of you and goes to bed.
and Leaf walks right past the room as he's like groggily looking for the bathroom. Like, doesn't see all three of us standing.
It's like the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
Except two of us are just.
You're just T-posing when he walks by. Like, I don't know if it's broken.
So I turn. But
All in reality.
really quickly though, what I would do is I would after this I would turn to write in his little book that he's been writing in.
Yeah,
Just
but
like-
he's holding it.
Yeah, I was gonna go and write something in there like a casual like drinking myself. Like say I'm gonna chug this whole fucking bottle and take these drugs I found, that were given to me by Nix.
Are you?
Because Nix is always like, do
No,
drugs with me.
I'm not reading it, but as soon as he turns and obviously
Yeah,
we're
I'm
going
like-
towards it, I would just say, we haven't done anything wrong. We didn't have to do that. And then I am going to. Are there any sconces in the room?
Always.
You and your sconces.
He loves the sconce.
Like brass.
I'd like to go and do a performance check on one, if I could.
Are you seducing it?
No, it's a joke.
So,
No.
girl.
Oh, wait, my.
Sconce performance.
Yeah, gotcha.
Um,
I got it. It took me.
I would like to walk over to one and take the notebook and tuck it like up in the sconce
Okay.
and cast heat metal on the sconce
Okay.
to ignite it.
As the metal heats up and the little notebook begins burning away, you see a page start burning away with your names on it and little bits of information about each one of you. And it slowly burns away, and you're like, oh, good, And the last thing that you see before it completely starts burning is, I think this is a new chance for me. I think this is a fresh start. I've always wanted to be an adventurer. This could be something great.
I mean, boy, you
This is
sure
just the
did read a
beginning.
lot while that thing was burning.
And
You
it
were
just
like,
burns to
The
ashes.
NPCs and Sarah, they need to die. I'm sorry.
Let's go ahead and go to break. Think about what we've done.
my
Not
other.
all of us don't have to think about it.
my people are naturally friendly and not out to eat our
Yeah, no, the
eat our
next
breakfast.
time you meet,
he
he's
was
like, I'm not
asking
gonna fuck
too many
what with you, man. Just don't kill me. So, before we get rolling, it is time for our time-honored segment of recommendations. Yes.
I'm going first.
Fair enough.
End
Not
with me.
Yeah, we're ending with.
Please.
we're
Oh, I
going
thought you
this
said
way.
and with me. I'm like, you guys did like a group project?
Oh man, how are we supposed to
This
get
week with the
through that?
macrame!
God, can I get an extension?
No, I'm going first.
Alright.
Okay, so my recommendation is a movie, and I had seen this advertised, and I wasn't gonna watch it because I don't
Right.
watch a lot of things that I haven't already watched. But I saw a video on Facebook and this guy was talking about it, and he was like, it's demonic and it's really horrible, and he was like, it's pushing gay things on our children and blah blah blah, and all the comments were like, thank you so much for warning us. It's called Nimona, and it's about a little shape-shifting girl and then these two knights, and the two knights are gay, and it's like known from almost the beginning of the movie that they're gay. And this dude was talking about this really long makeout scene and how horrible it was for kids to watch, and like, do we have to push that on kids? And I'm like, but it's okay for like a sex scene with a man and a woman, whatever. And I watched the whole movie. It's amazing. I laughed, I cried. It's beautiful. Like, I would let any child watch it. Like, it's so cute. And there is a kiss. It's about 0.5 seconds long, and you could blink and miss it. And it's a really good movie, so I think it should be supported because
It was good.
because it
Oh, you see
Because it was good and fun.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's
Based on a webcomic from N.D.
or
Stevenson.
PG-13.
Is it?
Yeah.
I saw it advertised and I was like, that looks really cute, and then yeah.
I'm
And then
totally for recommending things that, like, fanatical religious people say not to do. That's
see,
awesome.
I genuinely wasn't gonna watch it, and then I saw that video, and I was like, now I have to watch it, and I have to like it. But it like genuinely, it was really, really good.
I'm gonna recommend the Haunted Mansion because I saw it yesterday. It was pretty good. Not as good as the original, but still pretty good.
Why is that funny? This is the Haunted Mansion.
Cool.
Why, is that what you were gonna say?
Now that would have been funny.
No, I just spent like multiple hours talking at my poor wife in the last couple of days on how they can't get that movie right and how I would make it better.
That's why I said the first one was better, but still decent.
All right.
It's worth it. I mean,
It has Rosario Dawson in it, and she's the best. So,
and Danny DeVito in it.
and Danny DeVito is the
And Jamie Lee Curtis.
and Jamie Lee Curtis.
And
It
Owen
also
Wilson.
has Jared Leto.
But he didn't say wow. I was kind of
Wait,
disappointed.
really?
That's Owen Wilson. Yeah, he's the Hapless Ghost.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So,
I will say the ghosts were awesome, but
Yeah.
You drummer.
the story.
How's it feel to not miss a beat?
all right. Awesome. What you got?
So obviously, I'll just go with the most obvious answer of the week: Baldur's Gate 3.
Damn it.
Sorry,
Jason
nerds,
starts
I was
typing.
first.
Recommend the fourth one.
It's incredible in
It's great.
every imaginable way. As D&D player, or even if you're not into D&D, if you're an RPG guy, if you miss Dragon Age Origins, as a classic like top down.
If you like Divinity.
Divinity was even more dense than this. Like, this feels like slipping into a comfortable glove again. You know all the rules already. You know what almost everything does. But yeah, absolutely can't get enough of it. And then
I highly recommend rewatching How I Met Your Mother for the 20th time, and also the 1980s cult classic Adventures in Babysitting.
Oh, that's a great
the
movie.
movie is pretty sick.
Oh, that's a great
It's
movie.
actually how I found out about Thor as a child, by the way.
That's a
Really?
beautiful.
Yeah,
that's
he's
my
a
first
Thor doll,
exposure.
and yeah, my first exposure to Thor. And I went out and sought out Thor comics because the kid had a Thor doll in it. Yeah.
The Girl Who Loses Her Glasses just made that movie for me.
Oh yeah,
With the rat.
it's with the rat.
And you and
Trying to write a
John, you
check.
got-
My for this week, I think it's just. Wait, before I say it, I want to say I got to thank Jason. Jason, who gets me books and buys me books sometimes. I recommended an absolutely remarkable thing a couple weeks ago by Hank Green, and then last week I recommended the sequel, and he got me a signed copy of the book from Hank Green himself. So it's very special, and I really appreciate it, and it's better than any gift my wife has ever bought me. So, Jason are now an item.
You guys can go see that scary movie together.
Yeah.
It's not Russian.
How do you Jason Lance into like a Brangelina type thing? How do you
Jance?
Legion. Lacing.
Oh, okay.
Why do you
Lanson.
Lacing, Darua.
why do you guys just go first?
Jason.
All right. Jance.
Jance makes the most sense because you both share that second letter, so.
Yeah.
So my recommendation for this week is an obvious one. It's a podcast that I listen to nonstop, and I don't think I've recommended it yet, but I listen. It literally makes up like 90% of my waking life. It is a podcast called Mostly Nitpicking. It is by a guy named Nando and his two friends Diggins and DJ, and they take a movie and pick it apart and just make fun of it. And it's kind of MST3K-ish, but they don't watch the movie. But it's about 2.5 hours each episode, and I really recommend it two different ways. One, if you really like or dislike a movie, you can just scroll through and find one that you've seen and you're familiar with. And it's just like listening to your funny friends talk about a movie. Two, if you're not going to bother watching a movie, which for me is a lot of movies, I kind of want to know about them, but I don't really want to see them. Sometimes they really break down the plot and they tell you what happens, and then they nitpick it. So sometimes I just have them tell me a movie, so I don't have to bother watching it. It's really fun, and they also, at the end of it, do a sharing thing like this, which is where I stole it from. So I figure I should at least give them credit. So yeah, mostly nitpicking. It's very, very good. If you like movies and people being fun.
I'm going to recommend the Worlds Beyond Number, the Brennan, Quiddy, Erica Ishii, and Lou Wilson podcast. The sound engineering for this, the production value, after, like they'll record, but then they'll also have somebody go in and put in sound effects.
That's really fun.
On the voices, and it's just fantastic.
What is it?
Worlds Beyond Number.
Okay, so is it like a actual play podcast, or is
Yeah.
it okay? I didn't know if it was like a story thing they were doing.
And it's all Theater of the Mind, D&D.
Oh.
Brennan's running a game, homebrew, totally. Made up a class for Erica, Luke, and just fantastic role players. Brennan's great at storytelling and world building.
Yeah,
He is an absolute treasure.
And
Lou is great.
I was going to say Lou Wilson is great at role playing and building on all that.
And Erica's cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very, very cool.
I think I'm gonna recommend, since I know I was talking to you earlier about this, Star Kid Productions. If you're a fan of musical theater and spoofy comedies, they put on really funny little musicals. It was a creation of Darren Criss when he was I think in college or something, and so they have a Harry Potter musical, which is really funny. My personal favorite, I like Twisted, which is about I don't know if it's multiple Disney things, but I know the one that I saw was Aladdin themed, and Jafar's not a bad guy, and Aladdin is actually this jerk who got the lamp and started using it to make Jasmine fall in love with him, and seems to be kind of a dick, and it ends up being really funny. So give it a watch if you're a fan of musicals.
Nice.
The guy who didn't like musicals is also great. Or Firebringer. I love Star Kid. It's so good.
So there you go. Thank
See?
you guys.
Double
Good
recommendation.
job.
Double.
Yeah, you
Black
teased at the
Friday,
beginning.
their newest one. Love Black Friday.
So,
I haven't seen the newest one.
Oh, you need to watch Black Fridays.
welcome back. When last we left off,
Turn the music off.
yes,
Okay.
the gang faked a roadside disturbance in their cart to get a night at a quiet roadside bed and breakfast. After drinks and stories, they all went to bed. Melody received a care package from her family. Sarah snuck into Gerald's room and then so did Zeke, who then proceeded to effortlessly murder Juro before botching the suicide cover-up.
It was pretty bad.
It was more botched by Oliver before just dumping the body in the woods.
I don't know if it was more botch. I think the botching continued.
Botching to the
Electro.
botching.
No.
So,
It's the electric botchaloop.
electric botchaloop. Anyway, the two botch, two imperious. The
Tiberius, is that what you said?
you burnt. Sarah burnt the Jurl's journal. His journal, and
Journal.
and realized that he was just very excited to make some new friends, and thought this would be the beginning of an exciting new chapter for him. Raven is now currently eating his brain. So, we pick up back in the room.
Before we leave, too,
Pick up outside.
I'm gonna leave that statue of Riona that I found
Yeah.
on the top of his dead body.
Okay.
Oh, you're not gonna fill the cavity in his chest with that?
Maybe I'll like do something dramatic, like put it in his mouth.
Okay.
So he has a mouth still?
What's left of his mouth.
All right. So you
I'd like to place it in a head cavity.
take
Somewhere.
the statue of Riona and place it near his head. Easy enough. The raven seems confused and upset, but goes back to eating. All right, back to the room.
Obviously, when I noticed you standing there and holding the journal in your hand, and you spoke the words, "We didn't have to do that." I'm just sort of crouched down, knife, with dagger, spear, just one in each hand,
Okay.
waiting to see your reaction as you casually stroll across the room and heat metal and set the journal on fire, and it sort of burns out and the ashes fall to the ground, and I just wait.
I will just, I'll take one more look at you and shake my head, and I will wild shape back into a spider and crawl out the doorway. I don't want to open the door. For obvious reasons. But I will exit as a spider.
Yeah, and then I just do my sweet acrobatic tumble out the back and fall into Oliver's waiting arms.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check. This is where he spears himself on you.
I impale myself. 18.
18. You manage to flip off, and are you?
I'll catch him.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Just picture
20.
the time of my life.
Yeah.
Catches him.
Please
Much-
go ahead and make that athletics
Much
check.
more athletic and acrobatic than the body disposal. You flip off and you catch him.
Well, we're very good at doing stuff. Anything
Alright.
that requires actual strength.
Anybody else anything else they want to do that night?
I'm passed out.
I just go back to my room and
I go back
Long
to
rest.
we go back to our room and begin researching the map and trying to make sure we've covered all of our loose ends. Other than the fact I explained to him exactly the fact that we're totally screwed because Sarah saw me do the murder. I'm screwed. Who would have thought that Sarah would have broken into his room disguised as an insect and then appeared right as I was tossing the body?
What?
I know.
His face.
I mean, my first thought was kill him, but I'm like, Sarah's too awesome. He's just too cool of a dude. I couldn't do that.
What was he doing in the room? Was Sarah gonna kill that guy?
Honestly,
Oh
I
my
think
God,
I think
is
he was
Sarah gone
investigating the pack and his writings to see if he was writing notes about us. And he said, we didn't have to do that. Which, again, I don't know what that means because obviously you don't usually have to murder someone.
Well, if they know too much, you have to murder them.
Exactly, but clearly
We should probably do
he
a
doesn't
better
understand
job
that
of
concept.
sure.
we need to spend time teaching Sarah what it means to eliminate loose ends and prevent people from, eventually framing you for crimes you definitely did not commit.
But this is gonna just replay with. I mean, we didn't bury this body. He's just gonna
What's that Natalie Portman?
just be a whole nother zombie wandering around in the woods.
It's perfectly fine. All we needed was for it to appear that he fell out of the window, which it did, and then in his injured stupor drunkenness, he stumbled into the woods where he fell down and impaled himself on a stick or some other object. Right?
Right.
Perfect.
It's not gonna go that well.
Well, I mean, the only other option we have is to run the body even further away so that no one ever finds it.
We gotta get out of here.
I mean, like forever?
It's not forever. Like, no one should connect us to this.
I mean, you're talking about leaving the group?
No,
Like, trying to figure out what you mean by leaving forever.
we need to stick with the world shaker. No one will suspect us.
No one except for Sarah, his direct blood relative.
No one will believe him. He's mentally scarred.
I mean, he may have seen some things. I mean, maybe he was hallucinating. He shouldn't have been breaking into people's rooms. I mean, I'm sure we can spin this in a negative light. Let's just pretend, like...
There's a lot of
You're
drinking
gonna
going on.
gaslight me.
Yeah. Take advantage of your tense emotional state after, building
Do you think we
a
can
man
get,
telling you to face your fears and me telling you it's okay to grieve in your privacy and returning your wife's belongings to you.
What if we gave him a drug habit?
No, we could not do that. Nix has already tried.
He's already turned down alcoholism tonight.
Can I go through his stuff and find anything shiny in his bag?
Are you coming in the room now?
I thought I was already in the room.
Sure. Yeah, you can go through his stuff. You find the new. He has a new sword that he just got recently. You find. You find 908 gold worth of stolen goods.
His family's
You,
roasted
you
swords
are
there too.
racking up the money.
Yeah, every time he just
He's
like.
like, I'd like to
lands
search
on
the
jackpot.
unsuspecting bag I found.
He's like, I gotta go deal with this. He's like, I gotta get out of here. He's like, ooh.
Oh, look, a shiny. I mean, he's really good at finding the shiny.
Yeah.
Elias is approving.
You also have a Booncart's outfit.
Nice.
With a hole in it.
No, he was.
Oh,
in
that's
his
the long johns.
He was in his
That's the long-
jammies. Yeah. All right. So, what are the two? Are the two of you doing anything else that night?
I'm gonna very quickly trance and sleep.
I will just basically pace about the room as I ponder exactly, every possible outcome and scenario, like some sort of person who does that.
Okay. The next morning comes.
I couldn't think of a movie.
Long
keeper,
rest,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, if you slept, you get a long rest.
Hell yeah.
Jurl said he'd meet everyone downstairs at around dawn.
Daybreak.
So is everyone heading down?
Yep.
Yeah.
There is a continental breakfast of several different kinds of meat, hams and sausages, breakfast links. There is also a like a potato hash with spicy peppers in it, and there is just a gigantic bowl of scrambled eggs as well as like a loaf of bread that you can slice as well. So there are now you see the other guests. There is a husband and wife who look like they might be like dignitaries or something. They're very well dressed. And then and also a relatively well-off looking family of four. husband and wife and 2 daughters are also kind of enjoying breakfast and chatting and stuff. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna
Besides
come downstairs to see everybody. Being, hey, you guys seen Gerald? He never was in the room last night.
I will, after hearing that, I will get up and walk outside with my good berries.
Is anybody else concerned?
I'm getting in late, or getting up late.
Oh, so you're not here.
Not yet.
You're still sloppy.
I'll take like an extra half hour before I come down.
I'm going to briefly provide a summary to everyone who was in on the butcher's plot.
You might want to deal with Sarah then. Just in the sense of talk to him.
I would rather run into the woods and disappear with my
Instead
good
of
friend
talking to
Oliver.
Sarah.
There's nothing to deal with.
I just said talk to him.
You said deal with,
Okay,
which has specific implications.
I would know. I just did them.
Oh my God.
He saw
I very
how I deal with my
specifically
problems.
meant talk to.
As you're talking, you have to keep hushing down as the children who are now playing tag are running around the room and keep getting close to you. They clearly are doing that kid thing, look at me, I'm cute. Hey, notice me, while you guys are trying to talk as well.
Is there one of that one weird kid who just stares?
They're both
Got any games on your phone?
they're both little kids, and they're mostly just concerned with playing with each other. They're kind of playing a tag game around you all in your Adirondack chairs.
I get
As
Sarah
you're
some
eating.
food.
Yeah, she's happy. She's actually in a really, really good mood. She had a great night's sleep.
I cast a wand and get the frog back on
She's
her
like,
shoulder.
yes. She's feeding him as she's eating as well.
Okay, well, I guess I'll talk to Sarah since nobody else wants to do that.
He doesn't know you were involved. He doesn't know Nix was involved.
Okay, well then why don't you
He
go
only
talk to him?
tangentially probably suspects that Oliver was involved because I kept yelling his name while I was trying to toss him a dead body.
I was involved.
You were aware of the plot.
Where's that song, damn it?
Okay, well.
Yeah, you didn't distract anybody. Certainly not a particular Spider-Man who lives in New York.
What's New
I'm
York?
just gonna eat.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is my problem. I'm just laying it out to you that
No, I just thought.
that this was the circumstance
Yeah.
that I have to deal with.
I'm gonna pack the cart and we're
Get the
ready to
gang
go.
ready to
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
I'm gonna stumble down finally and get some food.
Yeah.
Specifically the hash and eggs.
Sure. Yep. And the lady's there, and she's like, "Hey, did you guys have a good night's sleep last night? Everyone enjoy the place? If you could,
It was great. The wine was fantastic.
oh, I'm so glad you liked it. If you guys could leave a comment on our register out here, that'd be really wonderful. We'd
of course.
really appreciate it. And tell your friends about us, please. Just happy to have travelers.
What's the name of the place again?
The
oh wait, it was
you
Bed, Breakfast, Beyond, and Body Works, right?
absolutely it is.
Breakfast beyond the body.
There
work.
was bath in there too.
Yeah, it
'cause
was
specific.
bed, bath,
And we never
breakfast,
did it.
and beyond, and body
We
work.
never
Body
even
works.
took that bath we were hoping to get.
Yeah.
And each word is smaller. It's like bed, breakfast, bath, and beyond.
I'm gonna-
and body work.
I'm gonna sidle up to the bar while you're talking
Yeah.
about breakfast and whatnot, and just set my tray, my plate down, really louder than
Yeah.
normal. Trying to be get him to grimace and be distracted by it. And be like, hey, have you seen Gerald? Nick said he never came back last night.
I'm gonna sign
went
the
to sleep
registry.
pretty
as
early.
Nick,
He gave you
his
a
boyfriend.
arm around the thing. I'm like, yeah, you really do
Nice.
know how to
Yeah.
drink.
Knox, right under
Well,
his-
really do.
It's been a
Cool.
crazy past 2 weeks of this.
Sure is, man.
I'm not used to all this.
We've seen so much unnecessary death.
Telling me.
And Gerald lost the love of his life, and he drank himself. Went to bed so soon, He just went straight to his room and drank hard.
The two girls are the two children are like yelling at each other and fighting and running around. The parents are like, "Hey, we're really sorry. I know you guys were up late last night. You look kind of rough for wear. I'm really sorry. I'd offer to pay for the food, but it's free. So, but sorry about our kids. We're heading out pretty soon.
It is what it is.
I'm
I got
really
younger
sorry.
siblings. I
All
get
right,
it.
yeah, you guys adventurers? Is that like a party?
Yeah.
I'm a salesman, but
Yeah,
sure.
I mean,
Well,
the word on the street is we go by the best friend league or whatnot.
No, I don't think
That's-
that's.
I don't think we go by that.
Not at all.
Soup.
Happy friends.
This is the Happy Heringons Protection Services
No. The Happy Heringons is my family's farm,
and business.
and I just sell produce.
whether you want it or not.
Oh, the HHPSVB.
Greg.
Product services and business.
We sell various
You're like,
products
well-
and services.
Safe travels. Best of luck.
Same to you.
Absolutely. And the two girls have run out of the room now, and it's like actually kind of quiet. The
Oh,
parents are like, the parents are like, thank God. And you see there is orange juice, fresh squeezed orange juice as well. And you see the parents are like just mixing a little something with the orange juice and like oh thank God those kids are out of the room. Having a little
Do what we
mimosas.
can to motivate people to get the fuck on the cart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Come
get some
on, we
orange
gotta
juice.
make good time.
I would be outside feeding or trying to call the raven.
The Raven. Okay. Go ahead and make a animal handling check.
Roll for a bird bribe.
And while you're doing that, what are you doing?
Just getting ready to go.
Getting ready to
I
go.
guess.
All right.
I'm gonna flash some tinfoil.
Yeah, sure.
I'm quickly.
I got a 9. I have a plus
I
6.
am
Proficient.
helping load everybody's shit. I'm gathering it up. I even grab Gerald's bags and start tossing them into the back like I'm expecting him to come.
All right. So you're all outside.
Yeah,
I'm
instead
still
of calling the
eating
Raven, I'm
and
just gonna
finishing
say
my
like he
breakfast.
called me on accident.
Like, what are you yelling about?
So everyone's outside, but you who still.
Yeah, I'm drinking orange juice, finishing up breakfast because I got a later start.
While you're finishing up, you're kind of chatting to the owner lady as well. Just idle, about weather and stuff. Nothing like intense. The younger girl comes running back in, and she's like, "Mommy!" She's like, "She slipped," and she's like, and she comes in and she's just like covered in like a dark reddish matter, and she's like, "Oh my God, are you bleeding?" She's like, "It's not me." She's like, "There's a mess outside," and the parents like go running out the back door to see what the child has slipped in.
Oh my god. I'll run outside and get their attention. Be like, something happened. The little girl, she's covered in blood.
Yeah,
And
and
I'm
then,
gonna
yeah,
keep. And I'm gonna
the
start running
proprietor
around
starts like
back.
walking. She's like, "Blood," and like her heading out the back as well.
We should go. We should leave
Yeah,
right now.
we all discussed, Leaf, that we would not get engaged in any
Yeah.
more kerfuffles or shenanigans
I'm not
or
telling you
hoot-de-hoos.
any more hags.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Why is it you always leap into action
I
to
mean, the
immediately
lady-
get
He's
yourself
got that
killed?
giant sword and the shield. They'll be fine.
I mean, she seems capable, but this is a child who was covered in blood.
Well, then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Have you not been a kid before?
That's
I didn't get covered in
Kids
blood.
are often covered in
Sometimes-
blood.
that's
That's
a parent's responsibility. You don't
Yeah.
know.
The only time I was ever
impose
covered in
yourself
blood
on
is
them.
when I
Kid
was processing like a hunt.
Yeah.
It's
Is
not
are they
out.
hurt? Do they need medical attention? Was there a monster or any other
The
threat?
one said she failed.
Okay, then we're fine. Let's go.
Yeah, and
Kids
that
Yeah,
explains
eat
the
all
blood.
the time.
So,
We're not even
what
all
would you like to
here.
do?
I will start walking over to, assuming that I did not get a raven, I will be heading over to where
Yeah.
the commotion is happening.
Yeah, no raven came.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna head over to where they're screaming about there being blood and a crime and all that.
Okay.
Who's all there?
Your whole group,
Okay.
and you're all in the front,
Okay.
right? And the back is where the proprietor's going to see what the mess was
I
with
see.
the children and the parents.
Um.
And he came to tell you all that this is happening.
Okay. Well, I want to go to wherever they're going.
Okay, so you go back in the building and
Uh-huh.
through and out the back door.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you are now back in the back courtyard where a body was thrown out several hours ago,
Uh-huh.
and a child has now slipped and fallen in the mess of the blood that was there on the fence. And they're all looking at it and being like, "Is this a animal that got hurt on the fence, maybe, or something, and trying to figure it out.
I will. Is the daughter covered in blood out there too still?
Yeah, they're like cleaning her off with a rag prior to
I'm
this.
going to go over and I want to try to position myself to where I'm in the area like where she's at.
Uh-huh.
And I'd like to cast Create or Destroy Water to have the waterfall in a 30-foot cube around where she is at.
Like a fire.
I water your child.
It's just rain, and I would like it to wash her off, but also wash the blood that's on the ground.
Sure.
Try to wash.
And they're like, oh! They're like, is this you?
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
just kind of holding my staff
They're
up,
like,
like,
oh!
let's get this taken care
She's
of.
like, Mama, this man's a wizard!
Oh, where is it?
And a rabbit.
Yeah, they're like, ah!
I'd like to know if like when Sarah pushed past the group and into the building, what would you have done at that moment?
I'd follow.
I figured you'd be like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, if Sarah's going, I'm probably gonna follow.
Yeah, as you cast
we
that,
still
the
don't have
parents
children,
aren't
so-
thrilled that you cast it and they're soaking their child. Children love it.
Probably be everybody. It's 30 feet.
Yeah, and no adults are happy. They rolled a 2.
Good.
They're all very annoyed with you right now. The children are very happy. They rolled an 18, and they love it.
Awesome.
They think it's like awesome. They got covered in sticky jam, and they're now getting an awesome like rain party.
Magic bath.
Yeah, so they're thrilled.
I'm gonna walk back there and be like, "Why'd you rinse them off? They're delicious when in a pies."
So
What?
after you punch through after you guys just go back there and you stumble out to him washing away the blood spill or blood slick, whatever it is.
Some would call it evidence.
Some would call it evidence.
Hard
But
for me to
only-
be some.
Well,
Gerald
it's
would
all
call
gone
it.
now.
Only
You rinse it
people
out.
who
That was the problem.
only people who would consider it evidence would be people who have a suspicion of a crime,
Yep.
and that's certainly not us. So yeah, I was just like you're punching through and stumbling out to see him. So I'm trying to figure out if you guys are going to chat about what's going on.
I say nothing. I'm just directing rain, and probably wouldn't take more than a couple seconds, 10 seconds or so, and then
Yeah.
faucet off. And
As this is happening, the proprietor is looking up at the window and looking at the smudge that you're washing off, and looking at all of you, and looking up, and is just kind of like eyeing the group
I'm not there. I stayed
and
out.
kind of
I was
doing
like,
the
yeah,
math.
I'm still out front.
Okay, you guys
I didn't
follow
follow
back?
them through. Where I'm exchanging nervous glances with Oliver at the moment,
Yeah, and
And
she's
Melody.
like, "Hey,
to some degree.
where's your cop friend that went to bed last night?
uh,
Didn't see him at breakfast."
I don't know. Nick said he didn't come back to the room. You're up there with us, right? You came up to say something about the pies.
Outside, yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're out with all of
Yeah,
us.
up on the fence.
Well, like, well, he never came back?
Nope. Came up there and there was no one there.
I'd like to cast Enhance Ability on myself.
Okay,
I'm going to use Eagle's Splendor.
I'm going to really turn this rain up. Okay,
Let's get this party started.
what's Eagle Splendor do?
I have advantage on all charisma checks.
Okay, and she's like, well,
You think he failed?
if he did, it'd be a mortal wound. That's a lot of blood.
I'm gonna start like
We should,
looking.
should we go up to the room and see what's going on up there? He hasn't came out of his room yet today.
Nick said he never came to the room,
Oh, we never.
so I'm gonna start looking to see if there's like any tracks in the ground.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check.
Survival. Okay. That is 24.
So there absolutely are not any tracks on the ground. You do, with a 24, you do notice some dried blood on the fence itself. And then you obviously see the blood on the ground. And what you don't see are any footprints to or from, any bloody footprints, any other blood anywhere else or any of the grass outside of the fence mashed down or anything like that. It's as if whoever fell vanished.
Huh. Normally, when a critter's injured, you can follow along and see where they would have went, but I'm not seeing anything at all.
And
Should we go look upstairs?
can you make me a deception check? And yeah, you make me a deception check as well.
You get advantage on that bad boy.
Yeah.
It's a charisma check, yeah.
18.
21.
21.
The
It's not a race.
It's so
Everybody
natural.
wins when someone gets a
It's
20.
so natural for you, though.
she looks back and forth at you three and is like, so how about you leave the investigating to me, and when your friend turns up, I will tell him that you went to Cross Towing and to meet you there.
Well, that's where we were going anyway.
Absolutely. You guys should just head out.
So he's had a rough.
It
Few
sounds
days.
like he did have a rough night. So
Well, he also just lost like the love of his life. So if you find him, just treat him
I'm
gently.
sure he'll turn up.
Okay.
You should all leave.
Were those vegetable puns?
Like they actually weren't, you strange rabbit farmer murderers. But all right.
We didn't murder anyone.
Murderers?
It's a strong jump.
Listen.
Come on, guys, let's get out of here.
We sell
I am
rashes.
retired and don't want the trouble, and I don't want to have to wake my husband up. Let's just call it a morning. I'm sure you all had a very late night doing whatever you had to do outside of city
Do you
limits.
think our friend's dead?
And the kids are like,
You're talking in front of two very small children.
I do, and I don't think he was much of a friend. It seems like so.
Where are you getting these assumptions from?
And she like looks up at the window and looks down, and then looks around and looks at you all, and is like, "It just seems like it's all around, doesn't it? I think we can kind of paint a picture here.
Well,
The body probably didn't get up and move itself after it fell out of that window.
well, hold on. So Leaf, you said you didn't see any footprints or
I don't
anything.
see any footprints. If you're dragging a body, regardless whether it's an animal or a person, that's probably going to leave some form of trail.
And
if
she
not
looks
the
right at
blood.
you, and she's like, "If only you all had some sort of magic."
Well, I understand what you mean when you say that, because you saw me like put the water down and clear up that big mess for you, which
And the girl
you never
made-
really think before, which is
I noticed. I noticed your friend with the red hair had a magic little toad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't
you
carry
guys-
a body.
God, Sarah's
That
so,
toad is not
Sarah's
involved
so
in the
good.
murder.
I'm complacent.
Yeah, you're right. Leave the toad out of it.
That toad has to commit a murder now.
Join the gang.
Yeah.
Initiation. Like a little knife in his hand. Like get him.
You just duct tape a knife to it.
A really small like letter opener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Put the gem that I got on its forehead. and
Hollow
let it
point
just
needle on
pop
a
into
toad.
people.
Send it
Oh,
out
I'm
to a
gonna make
crowd.
that toad murder something now. It has to happen.
You know, it only has one hit point, and it does come back the next day. It
Yeah.
could just be like a suicide bomber toad.
Every day.
Just strap dynamite to it and toss it in the crowd.
That sounds a
Jumps
lot.
around.
It's
Sounds a lot like
basically
Simp and the
murdering
homunculus.
So, yeah, she is giving you your out if you want to leave. If not,
I mean,
I'm gonna start walking inside, and when I get up to Zeke, I'm gonna be like, "Do we take the horse?"
I mean, we take. But if he's truly gone,
I'm already on the
Well,
horse.
yeah.
you're
Yeah.
already on.
I was like, I already loaded his bags into the back of the wagon, so we're taking.
Sarah's also loaded into the
We're
wagon.
leaving with everything we came
It's like cargo.
with. Sans
Someone pack
Jero.
up Sarah.
And she's like, "Are we doing the toad today, or?"
Yeah, I gave her the toad,
Oh.
and I gave her her makeup on, and I'm like, like a little kid with an iPad. You're like,
Yeah.
here you go.
Play your games.
Here's
Yeah.
random magical treasures with countless value.
All right. What are you
In
doing?
the back of the wagon, lock the wagon.
I am appalled that she would say that I murdered him. So I'm gonna let her know and be like, well, listen, he also was a member of the Boone's Guard. So
She's like, "Yeah, I noticed."
just if you can get out word.
He was also deeply mixed up.
Sure.
the size-
I
the
will.
Put that back to the front.
The next time I see the Boone's Guard, I will let them know that you all came through here with the Boone's Guard and that he didn't make it out, and that you're heading to Cross Tobin.
I'll be glad to meet with any of them.
I am going to, after hearing that, I'm going to turn around and grab Leaf to try to usher him out of here. Say, Leaf, I think we should go. I think it would be best if we made it to town before the town made it to here. I think that it's really important that the very reputable keeper here is given the most priority with this news. I think that we should let them know immediately that our friend that was traveling with us for days and fought alongside us right after losing the love of his life is missing after coming to this establishment, but not days on the road prior where it would have been much more convenient. I think maybe we should go, and I will usher you out of the room.
Okay.
As you're all leaving, you just hear like the gentle scraping sound of a shield coming off the wall.
I don't even get a deception check. I just get killed.
No, she's just she's not like attacking you. She's just like,
Wants to keep
"Yeah,
it
it's gonna
on
be just
the
kind of a fucking morning." And
Basically, we need to go.
Yeah. We are leaving.
yeah. She's not like upset. She's just like, "Well, I think we're heading towards me needing to get my shield and sword down if I have to."
It's either going to be a shield bashing day or a shield hanging day.
I'm gonna like to you as we're walking back. I'm gonna be like, she's a member of the Seekers. I know they were poaching animals. I know Dandelion even talked poorly of them at one point. Like, we are.
Keep coming.
This is as we're heading to the cart.
Is it just you and I, or is other people around? I just want to know if anyone's listening.
I mean, I wouldn't be doing it in a way that's obvious for other people to like listen in.
I got you.
But
Gotcha.
be like, you don't think she did it, did you?
No, I don't think she did at all.
Because she's trying to throw it on us.
Yeah, and we didn't do it, and that's all that matters.
I just feel bad for him. No, load up. Get the car ready.
All right. You guys head out, get in the carts, and are heading back down the road to the main road towards Crossdoor.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you're leaving, you look back and like the couple is like putting their children in a cart and like going the other way, like pretty quickly. Like, let's just get out of here, kind of thing. And you do see the people who look kind of like more like royalty, the couple, are also starting to get in their cart. And you tell them, you get the idea the prior's just kind of like just rushing everyone out at this point.
Yeah.
For the day. Interestingly enough, as you head the 10 minutes back to the road, the main road, there is actually a couple wagons blocking the road off. And as you get closer, and you're still pretty far away, but as you get closer, you see that there are two men standing in front of the carts, wearing Boon Guard outfits. And as you're heading that way, they're kind of holding up their hands.
I'll slow the cart down.
I'll come up kind of in front of the cart because I'm on the horse. And I'm
Yeah.
like, good day.
Hello, officers.
Sarah Padnose.
As you look at them, they're both half-orc gentlemen.
Okay.
pretty large, pretty muscular. One has a pretty gigantic scar. Like it looks like someone literally hit him in the face with an axe. Like it literally looks like his face was like caved in at one point in his life. And they're like, "Oh, hello there. Good morning. Sorry to interrupt you so early this morning. Where are you headed?"
Oh, we're just heading across town.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's so exciting. I think you'll really love the town. Have you been there before?
I have. I don't know. I don't think all of us have been.
I have.
I never heard of it until I met these five folks.
Oh, that's wonderful. So a bit of bad news, unfortunately, due to some misfortune and some chevanting from the municipality of the office of the mayoral. We unfortunately have to impose a toll on the road of one silver per person.
Inside check.
Sure, go ahead.
I believe them.
You're like, oh fuck, there's a toll on
At
this road.
one.
Take all my money. These fine gentlemen.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
start pulling out my coin purse.
Yeah. This one's not on me this time, gang.
So you start pulling out your coin purse,
Yep.
and you're given each a silver for each person.
Yeah.
And they're like, as you do that, you see that there are two more Boone's guards, like, standing behind the wagon, like, kind of peeking out. And they're like, and you give
you
them...
could have just said that you needed some. Yeah, it's fine. Can we go?
Absolutely enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. Enjoy wonderful cross-towing.
I'm just gonna let you guys
Jewel
know.
of the West.
I would avoid the inn up the road. There was another Boone's Guard member that was murdered, and I think the staff did it.
You don't say. Who was this Boone's Guard member that was murdered?
Murder is not, well, exactly right. We just know he's missing.
Well, that's what they're insinuating.
They insinuated a lot of crazy things.
His name is Gerald. Gerald?
Gerald.
I
know how to say
Gerald?
words.
Gerald.
Gerald?
Friends. You know
Girlfriend?
You knew him.
Yeah.
We do knew Gerald.
And his boyfriend.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
He was dating some Knox guy who, looked to be
And
of
where is
suspicious origins.
his Knox friend
Dead.
at?
In a cave that was filled with hags.
Dead
And
in a
piranhas.
I mean, Gerald said he was dead when we were talking about it.
And where might this cave be?
Oh my god. We went into the mountainside, so
We don't
Really?
know.
It was
We don't know.
it was basically being chased in there by hideous magical monsters.
Serenity Springs.
It's the only way we
You mean to tell me that Gerald took his boyfriend to a spa and got killed?
Yep.
well, it was run by hags.
It's not funny. You're really rude.
He's like, hold on. Finger, come here. And like they come out and he tells them the story. He's like, and you were all friends with him then?
Yeah.
friends was a strong word. We traveled together
We
after
went
our.
through some intense trials and tribulations together. I think that brings people together.
But again, it was
friends
more
his
of
last
like
name?
acquaintances of economy, right?
Yeah.
He was there, we were there, the hags were there.
Do you think
We're
it's
all
funny
there.
that your
Yay.
like fellow guard is
Potentially gone. He's
potentially
dead.
gone?
He wasn't a bad guy.
Make a perception check.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just landed. It didn't even roll. It's slightly disappointing. 9. I'm gonna burn all my dice.
Just looking at them and seeing two more come around, you then see two more come around, and you're getting the idea that you're not quite sure how many there are of these guards.
Man, they are just like
They got
these
quite-
wagons are like clown
I
cars.
was about to say,
Yeah, there was like the two guys, and then now there's 2 and 2 more. So now
Can we
there's
just
6
keep
of them.
driving?
They had the road blocked, but they were moving it for you before they heard everything. And you're getting the feeling this is getting kind of like you're getting slightly surrounded as he's calling more people over
Can we
towards
just
you.
go?
Yeah, I mean, like, he's just like, all right, Jonathan, Jacob, Stephen, and come on over here. Bring out Mark and Greg and Ella. They're going to love this story, man. Also, make sure we surround this wagon
that's pretty
when we
much
hear
what's
it.
going on. Yeah, he's like, oh, this is a funny story. Come here, these people are shady. Come here, is what's going on.
Is there anyone else around?
So the diplomatic people left like about 2-3 minutes after you, and so they're about 3 minutes down the road.
Oh, fuck.
Can we
This
go?
is on
Or-
you. You have
Has
brought
been an
this.
hour.
Wouldn't
since
have
we've
been that way
About
if
10 minutes.
didn't
It's been 10
commit
minutes.
murder.
I mean, it's
I'm like asking the guard if we can leave.
They're like, well, we were going to, but it seems like you've been witness to something that we might have to take a statement, and Finger here is a stenographer, and he might be able to take your witness statement. I think we should probably
we
split
just
you
had-
all
we
up,
just
get
told
your
you everything
stories.
that
We
know.
just gave you the statement, and if you're really that concerned, go up and talk to
Yeah.
the crazy owner of that
Oh,
tavern.
yeah, well, the problem is she has quite a large sword, and,
So
you're
You're
scared.
afraid.
of her, absolutely.
Oh, that's understandable.
Absolutely.
She seemed pretty
She
mean.
did seem like she was quite the murdery type.
So if you like question us and we tell you everything that we know, which I mean, we already did, but then you find out through all your excellent research, because you're so smart, that she was the murderer, what are you gonna do?
Well, that's official governmenting little business.
Oh.
And we don't want to parfook around with that, per se.
Well, neither do we. I
So-
think that we should just be on our way.
I think you're right. So, listen, a way to avoid all of that, and he kind of looks over at one who's standing kind of back, but he's quite a bit bigger. And he's like, let's just say we can fast track this for, and he's like 2 gold each. And we'll just forget the whole thing.
I
So,
will.
that sounds preposterous.
I give him one of the piranhas.
14 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can
Yeah?
have 14
Now,
gold.
hold
I
on.
don't
Hey, Fred.
It sounds more like extortion. I think that's something
I
worth
Leaf,
reporting
leaf.
to the cross-towing office.
I
which
think-
I will gladly do.
I don't think you understand how underfunded the road guards are. You know,
It is
look at
not
the
wrong.
equipment, the supplies. They're out here for days at a time. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and sweeten the pot. I'll even double the expenses that you guys have had.
Oh, you're all wonderful cream of the crops. And we appreciate the hereditary of which you provide this.
Look, there's nothing that the Happy Heringons would love more than to be a supporter of local law enforcement.
Or the cream of the crop.
We can give you little stickers so we don't pull you over again.
Excellent.
Are they dated? Do they expire?
They do. They're only good for 1 year.
They change colors every year, like your
Yeah, we want to make sure you're supporting us this year.
Yeah, I hand over 14 gold.
And I also hand over 14 and say, you know, that was a good chunk of my funds, but I think the work you guys do to keep this road safe is incredible.
Well, the people of Aona, the Boon Plates specifically, thank you for your parsonage and have a great.
And what were your names again?
This is Finger. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, have a great
And
day.
yours?
My number's right on my badge, sir.
What's it say?
It's right on my badge. You can just read it on my badge.
What does it say?
It says 732.
Okay.
He's like, I actually can't read.
I can't.
All you need is a high school education for this job. Entrance exam is practical.
And I graduated high school when I was 6.
He's like, well, enjoy your day. And he's like, well met to the cart that's starting to pull up behind you. He's like, all right, goodbye. Yeah!
Yeah! Sally forth, my friends.
And as soon as you leave, as the 2 regal-looking people get stopped by clear highway robbers.
Yep.
It's just like, well,
Yeah, whatever.
we're in the worst part.
I don't think they're highway robbers. Because I totally believed them. I think they're just extortionists
Sounds like us.
from the cops.
Yes. Yeah, either way.
Just needed to clear out some space between us and the cabin.
So as soon as you're back on the main road, it is smooth sailing for the next roughly hour, and yeah, everything's all good. Anything you want to do before you head to the city?
I'll ask more. I don't want the Regal people to make it to the destination at the same time as me.
Sure.
I'd like to make sure that we get through.
So yeah, you guys put a little distance between you and them.
What do you AMC?
Put a second horse in the cart. Go a little faster.
Just looking like
So,
Santa
yeah, are you
Claus
now
by the time this is
riding
over, like fucking 12 horses
that
up
guy's-
front?
He is.
Oh, you are now riding that guy's horse.
I was
You
dead
had his
boyfriend horse.
cool. Yep. All right. Yep. All right.
Horses are in love too.
Maybe.
I mean, we've just been picking up horses like they were free.
Yeah.
Well, they are a currency in this world.
So as you get to the top of the road, gently slopes up for about 10-15 minutes. And as you get to the top of this sloping hill, as you crest over, you actually see a large valley before you. And it leads down to a giant river that stretches out of view both ways. Behind it is a large drop-off, and then way out in the distance, it's a clear, beautiful morning. You can actually see mountains and cliffs of the other steps way out in the distance, and you're at a pretty awesome elevation spot. And at the bottom of this long hill, you see a skyline dotting, and you have made it to Cross Towen. It has a large stone, about 50 feet high wall. It's a walled city that goes over to the drop-off down into the river. There is a, right in the center where the road heads down, there is a central gate. And there is a small but not very long line of people waiting to get in at the gate. So you guys just heading straight down?
Yeah.
Yep. It takes about another 20 minutes to get down there. Up close, it's actually, the walls are pretty impressive and thick and massive. And you see some boon guards, not a ton, but a couple boon guards actually patrolling the top of it as well. As you pull up, there are boon guard there, and they. The first thing you do notice is, boy, their uniforms are nicer and neater and newer than the ones you just saw a couple hours back. And they're mostly human, also.
But as soon as we noticed those uniforms looking like
Yeah.
tight and
Yeah.
sparkly and nice, I'm gonna be like,
Feel it.
"Fuck, Leaf! I think we were robbed."
But at the same time, I just breathe a sigh of relief.
Oh, those were real cops, thank God.
Yeah, the last thing we needed was to drop 12 more bodies on the main road.
The human guards come up to you and they're like, "Well met, good morning, welcome to Cross Towen. What brings you in, business or pleasure?"
Business really, and we're passing through. But
What's the toll to get through the gate?
toll.
Oh, no
we just
toll at
paid
all.
The toll.
Yeah, I know, but I want to make sure there's not one here at the
Oh,
gate.
there is no
too.
toll here at the gate of Cross Towen. Nope, we just have a registry.
What about the one up the road?
Yeah,
There
the two
is no
wagons.
toll whatsoever.
that block the
This
road?
is not a toll road.
There are 2 wagons full of people in Boonsguard that just charged us gold and silver
28 gold to get through here.
to get down.
Oh yeah,
just
you
a couple
know,
hours up the road.
Yeah, in big cities and stuff, you got to watch out for any kind of shim sham, kind of grifters.
So you're just gonna
You're
let?
not going to do anything about it?
Oh,
But
I mean, I
disperse-
guard a
disperse your
gate.
name.
I can't really leave my post, but I can make a report. You can
Yeah.
file a report as well if you'd like.
Make a report.
Absolutely.
That's nonsense.
So
And we were trying to
I
support
thought
our
they were
local police
extorting us.
officers.
what's the name of the guild you're with?
Oh, wait,
The Happy Heringons.
The Happy Heringons Business Incorporated.
We just sell vegetables. We're just the Happy Heringons.
HHBI. All right.
The name will change every time.
All right. And how long do you plan on staying in Crosstown?
Oh, no more
As
than
long as you'll have us.
no more than a couple days. I can't imagine. We also have to go to Giller Lake.
Oh, you just passing through to Gilder Lake.
Or meet my brother here
Oh,
first.
I've always wanted to go there myself. I had a brother who went there once. He really, really enjoyed it. He caught like a little cough though, and my mom wasn't thrilled, and she said it was because he went to a big city. But I think it was just a cough, and he could have got it anywhere.
From where I'm from, this is a big city.
Me too.
This is enormous, sir.
Yeah.
Enormous.
So, all right. Well, we got you registered and down. I just need a signature of your leader, and we'll or the head of your guild, or whatever, whoever wants to be the responsible party. And obviously, there are rules. No, don't do anything you wouldn't want seen in the light of day. Basically, no robbing, no killing, no thieving. Things like that.
That's not whereabouts.
We run a pretty
I
pretty
know.
tight ship. So.
What? Just as a side piece of advice, what areas are there? Any areas we should specifically avoid?
Oh, absolutely.
We're trying to avoid another road.
So you're in
excursion.
Uptown right now. Uptown is you're the safest, best area of Crosstown. Now, obviously, if you are heading on to Gilder Lake, you'll have to go through one of our locks to get your carts down to the lower level. That's downtown area. Your downtown is your market area for thrill seekers. It does get a little shadier, particularly by the docks, but I think the Boon Guard does a pretty good job of keeping everyone pretty safe. So I think you'll be okay.
Okay.
Where are you supposed to meet your brother?
I just
Somewhere.
well, I would have told him wherever we would normally set up a cell.
Sure. So you would meet him at a place. There is a pub here in Uptown called the Peace and Quiet.
Okay.
And you would have told him to meet you there.
Okay.
And there is a local farmers market that kind of sets up on weekends outside of there. So
Okay.
it's somewhere you know. And so you guys managed to get through the gates. As you get through the gates, you are definitely in a higher end town. It's cobblestone. It's wide. When you get in, there's actually a circular part with a fountain right in the middle that you have to go around, and then the main street heads down to the sides, and then there's also, or down straight ahead, and there's also like that. What that is. Not horizontal, not perpendicular. What is that word?
Splitting around.
Yeah, like two other roads that go off like that.
A fork.
I can't. Diagonal. That's the word I was trying to find. Diagonal. On two diagonals as well. Down the main street, you see some shops and some government offices, things like that. And the two diagonal roads lead into neighborhoods that look pretty posh. You just heading towards the Peace and Quiet?
Yeah, I would want to ask the guard though, where exactly would be the best place if I wanted to get like my bow worked on or improved?
I'm sorry, your bow?
Yeah.
And he looks around. He's like, "All right, we're really not supposed to like recommend places because if they like something happens, He's like, "But I'll tell you what, there is actually a place. Find it." Sorry, 1 second. I know I have it. Sorry. Oh. He goes, if you go down into downtown, which you got to do anyway, in the market, there's a place called Granite's Flint. He's like, you'll see it. There's like a drawing of a bow and arrow, and there's like ninja stars on the side of it. He's like, I actually did the sign for him. Yeah, when I'm not like a Boone's Guard, I kind of have like a little graphic arts kind of thing on the side. Anyway, there's a halfling there named Granite. And he's an arrow maker. and he also sells like any kind of projectiles, and but he can do like melee weapons and bows and stuff too.
Okay.
He's like a real artisan kind of crafts guy.
Awesome.
Between me and you, he says that he's a descendant of dwarves. I don't really buy it, but he's big. He's a thick guy. So
Interesting.
yeah, you can tell him I sent you.
Okay. What's your name?
Robert.
Will do.
Yeah. All right. Have
I'm sure
fun.
he'll appreciate
Yeah,
the business.
No problem. Yeah, absolutely. He's a good guy. All right.
I'll be
So
on hold.
you are now in town, up in Uptown. The first thing you notice, a lot more humans and halflings than the gnomes and the animal kin you're used to. You can definitely get the feeling that you're like kind of in that gateway towards the central part of the Boon Plates. You also, for the first time, see some other races that you don't normally see. You actually see a couple Dragonborn talking to each other. And kind of a larger population of like half-orc as well.
Okay.
We just heading straight to the pub.
Unless
So try to
anybody
make a
else
friend.
has other stops along the way.
No, we should definitely find solid and secure lodging for all of our belongings, stow these horses and wagons, and then we can, enjoy the city.
Yeah. So right as you head into Uptown, you do find a place to set to stow the animals to board them, and it is slightly pricier, but it's not anything crazy. So you guys. Sorry. I thought I had it on here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so you're looking at, for everything, it'd be 2 gold per day. That's for the boars and the donkey and all of your horses and the cart.
I'm going to look around. Has Sprig already been here?
Yes. Yeah, you do. You do, just from corresponding, know that he probably got here like a day or so ago.
Do I see where his cart would be?
Not from just pulling in and getting your stuff parked up.
Oh.
You could ask if you wanted.
Yeah, because since we're here already,
Yeah,
I'd
let's
rather
go
just
ahead.
transfer the board.
Yeah,
and the
that's easy
tool
enough to do.
To him right now.
Yeah, you're able to get him basically stowed with his stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's easy enough. All right, so you guys. Yeah.
Before as we're like walking around into town and finding the stables and everything, I kind of want to like scan around door frames and fence posts and lamp posts.
Sure.
Is there anything that would classify as thieves' can't?
Yeah. Roll
Like,
roll a investigation check.
I thought you were about to try stealing things out of people's windows like 5
No, as soon as you
seconds
said what it
after.
was, I'm like, oh, this is
No
thieves' can't.
thieving, no kill.
23.
Yeah, you see it right off the bat.
Okay.
Absolutely. And what they're all telling you, you see, like, Undertown mentioned quite a bit. And you see 2 main things. The first is the Mirage. And it's for gambling, cheap places to stay, and to get hired for different crimes. And then the other thing you see,
You said the Mirage.
the Mirage, yeah. And then,
Is that like a casino of some sort? Like,
yeah, you heard him mention briefly before you guys murdered him.
Yeah.
That it's a new place for adult games.
okay.
And then the other thing that you hear mentioned is. I did. I have a page backwards. That's what screwed me up. A place called the Grape Escape.
Grape escape.
The Grape Escape. And that is if you're looking for extra gold for odd jobs. Grape Escape is always giving out jobs to travelers.
So either one of these places has jobs?
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Or is it jobs in the sense of like hard manual labor?
No, it's
at
jobs
the
in,
Grape
like,
Escape?
No, it looks like it's like stealing, robbing, killing.
You were very specific
adventuring.
in the Mirage. You said commit crimes for money, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I like that. And then you're like, jobs for money, and I'm like, I don't like that.
No, it's the same thing. Like, I mean, it may end up there might be like just some trivial shit, but you get the idea. It's sketchy.
Okay, just making sure that the opportunities were equally.
Yeah, you go to that one. You're like, hey, yeah, I know you guys are painting a house.
Yeah.
I fucking hate D&D.
You know who's really good at painting houses? Cat burglars, man. Like, they could reach all the corners. They could redo the roof if you want to.
I don't know if they like that term.
I don't
So-
think she's ever done any burgling.
I have.
Oh yeah, no, I do.
That's next week's crime.
Yeah.
Uh,
See, this week you made it out without committing a single crime except for accessory to
I
murder.
was gonna say accessory.
Accessory murder, but I didn't commit any crimes personally.
On party 2, not
the jewel of the top part of Uptown, as you're walking around, you keep seeing it, is a giant white stone building that is circular with many columns, and you find out that it is actually a house of worship for all of the original sisters, the original 6: Gladys, Irma, Marion, Malhala, Florence, and Dahlia.
So cool. I love a good church. I'd love to go to a church.
Yeah.
I
Really?
think I need a church.
You want to go to a church?
Yeah. Not for any particular reason.
Just to check them out, right?
Yeah. Can I go to the church?
You're just immediately like, I gotta go to this church.
You don't want to meet my brother?
I gotta go to church. I gotta go to church.
Maybe he's at the church.
Your brother might be at this church.
We weren't raised very religious.
Neither was I. God.
I just gotta, I gotta look at something.
And as you,
Gotta talk to a god about a horse.
and by the way, where you, now that my notes aren't backwards, where you put your horses was called Head Over Feet, and along with being a stable, it's also a mount store. They sell horses, beasts of burdens, things like that. There's even a young elephant there for sale.
What
How
was
much
it called
is the
again?
young elephant?
It's called Head Over Feet.
No, I'm intrigued. By
Yeah,
that.
I was like, thanks for the elephant, Lance.
Like battle elephant.
Like, if you put an elephant in front of players, they're gonna do everything in their power to acquire said elephant.
So the baby elephant costs 200 gold.
I have 200 gold.
I was like, everyone in this group has 200 gold that we could easily throw.
They also
I
have
don't
draft
need 200
horses,
gold.
riding
Oh, it's
horses.
just broke then. You haven't been committing enough crime.
We don't need any more horses. We need a baby elephant.
This guy could buy 6 or 7 baby elephants.
I'll take them all.
This guy's Hannibal.
Gonna have to build a mega chariot for him to follow behind us.
So are you buying a baby elephant?
I'm gonna debate really hard about it, but first I need to talk to God.
Maybe you go pray on it.
Well, actually, I should ask: should we send the boars back, or should we send the horse back? What would you rather have pulling a cart?
Nobody matters.
The horse.
The horse.
The horse. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
We'll send the boar back.
Give them the boars and the
They're
donkey.
they're equally fast.
All right.
Well, one horse equals 2 boars. One horse is not easy.
Yeah, for sure. I think we should sell Gerald's horse.
Yeah, probably does make sense. We don't need that many additional horses if we're dragging around a wagon. Now, if
should
we're
we-
transitioning away from a wagon,
I'm
it's a
keeping
different
my
story.
horse.
Should be 60 gold for the. It's a really nice horse that Gerald has. So, whoever wants to sell it, the lady that runs Head Over Feet, I'll give you 60 gold.
I'm fairly certain this
What
guy
if
has
he does come
been
back?
jumping on every horse that was
Well, then he can buy it back.
widely free.
He's got money.
I don't know if he has that much money.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, so
This
she.
horse is gone.
I mean,
She thinks
he
you-
was able
she's,
to buy
uh,
a spa package.
You
She
think
has
she's
plenty
a
of money.
human, but it's hard to tell.
Look, if Gerald,
Yeah,
if
well,
Gerald, is,
yeah.
if something really did happen to Gerald,
She's like
he'd want us to have this
elf
money.
or something.
He'd want us to sell this horse and move on.
Did you
Top
have
5 foot
insurance
tall.
plan?
All right.
Could I forge his
But
life
Are we
insurance?
getting this
Age-wise-
elephant, or are we just going to come back and maybe do a
Well,
favor?
I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna
And pray about it.
no,
That's precious.
no. I'm
We got
gonna.
it born again on us.
I'm gonna. Maybe.
Oh, someone is accepting their feelings.
No,
Not me.
So
I just keep
basically, the
piling
way
moral
that
conundrums on you.
the way Uptown is set up, everything is kind of like wagon wheel spoked from the center of the area, which is that giant church. And then a couple blocks over is a giant government building that kind of looks similar, only it's square instead of rounded. So the bar that you're going to is close to it as far as everything is close to it relatively, you know? Like, it's like the center government stuff, then some bars and restaurants, then housing. So you're able to, you can head down the main street and cut over, or you can just cut down any of the side streets and walk through a neighborhood to get over there, you know? So the quickest way over that way would be to walk through a neighborhood. I would imagine, as you know, you guys have been here before, you've been here before, you've been there, so the four of you, just you two are the new ones. But since you frequent this bar and so do you kind of like, oh yeah, we can just cut through this neighborhood and we'll be there a lot quicker.
Cool.
So you're all kind of like walking down peaceful streets. It's pretty quiet. Some people are walking pets and saying hello or going for like walks, but for the most part, it's still pretty early and pretty quiet. Beautiful neighborhood.
Are we dressed okay, or are we like catching, staring?
Yeah, if you guys aren't dressed kind of upper middle class, it's probably a little vagrant-y of you. But
I figure we look
Yeah.
like we're still in our traveling clothes, you know? We haven't changed
Yeah.
into our freshies.
so yeah, maybe a little bit, but you know, you're kind of near the wall, so it's not insane.
Also, we're all interesting beings
Yeah, and
compared
you're-
to the normal just
Yeah,
humans
and you're
of the
clearly
town.
walking towards the excitement area, so like,
Well, he said there was a lot of half orcs and
yeah.
dragon
Yeah,
boys,
and everyone's nice and pretty friendly and seems to be open to everyone. This is a major port for this river, as well as the major crossing road to go to western part of the Boon Plates, plus to go to like the labor forest and stuff too. This would be where you go through. So that's why it's as big as it is. It's a pretty large area, and they designed the whole town to be so you can get from one elevation to a drastically different elevation in their town. So, all right, after a little walk, maybe like 20, 25 minutes, and a little bit of like, because they're like, the whole area is kind of wagon wheel spoked, you're like, this is the road. And you go down, you're like, nope, this is not the road. Let's go in one more. You're like, okay, yeah, I think it's over here. Go ahead, if you two will make a survival check for me.
That's gonna be a 27.
22.
Yeah. So after just being a little tiny bit turned around, you immediately find the place, and it is the Peace and Quiet. It's a haven for writers and readers. It is a quietest tavern library you've ever seen. It has 3 floors of books, comfy seats and desks. It's a great place to relax or even come for a quick nap. If you're looking for a good book, this is also the place to go. Books on every wall, shelves upon shelves of orders of books, and even under the staircases, books. And they also have alcoholic beverages with all cocktails with book names, book themed. So, very kind of posh place.
Is it? It's not a place to stay though.
No, it is not. It's not. It's just,
I mean, you wouldn't want to stay here. This is where they make witches.
Uncle Funko would have a nightmare.
Yeah, he does not.
Also, when you walk in on the wall and on the window and everything, it says that it has a strict 2-drink minimum and 2-drink maximum. You are drinking 2 drinks if you are hanging out in there. No more, no less. They don't want you drunk and being obnoxious, but they want you buying 2 drinks.
And why are we here?
Gotta meet my brother.
Oh, this is where your brother wanted to be.
Yeah, this is where they come to let loose in this town.
That's why I'm like,
They're like, we're in the big city. Let's read a
We
Let's
get
go to
enough
the
loud
library.
noises through our ears. It's nice to have quiet.
And also, to be fair, behind this is a vacant area where they do set up farmers markets. That's also there. This place is very friendly to farmers to let them set up free farmers markets and stuff. And this neighborhood really likes organic. So
go get the carrots.
This is actually where I learned to read Goblin.
yeah, a lot of oat milk and stuff in this area. So
All that damn book learning.
are you breaking away and heading towards the? All right.
Any church. I really don't care.
Yeah, so I mean, there's just the biggest church. Well, not that you've ever seen because you've been in big cities and stuff, but
Yeah.
there's a big old church.
I'll go to the
Wait,
church.
did we ever decide where we were staying?
No,
I know we put all of our stuff at like the stable house.
yeah, you put your
So
stuff
like
in the
now we're
stable.
all just like breaking apart and like, well, we made it. See you guys later.
Have a nice
I
life.
assume if you're breaking away, then you would know to meet us back at.
I slipped away with nobody seeing.
Okay. Did you take Sarah with you, or is she still hanging out with them?
I'll take Sarah.
All right.
I'm not gonna
I
go with
assumed
you
we
guys.
kept her at the stable.
We put her in with the meal.
If you loaded her into your brother's stuff,
Really just doubling up on the
she
pimp
ends up
stable.
back in
She's
Farrenthorpe.
I
Wait a
took her,
minute.
but like an iPad kid, like she has her little frog and her
Yeah.
makeup thing, like she, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, and she's also just like staring at all these buildings with her mouth wide
Yeah,
open,
like
too. She just loves
I
it.
also like disguised her because I know
We
that
could
she's.
tell her that this is Gilder Lank, and
Yeah.
she
Yeah, she keeps asking. She's like, is Gilder Lake bigger than this?
Yeah. When we go to Gilder Lake, we're gonna meet some of my family who I might have to. Anyways, we're gonna meet some of my family, and you're probably gonna stay with them, maybe.
Is your family pretty too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Most of us.
Unfortunately.
Not my brother. My one brother is ugly.
Which brother's ugly?
His name is Damien.
I'll remember him.
Yeah.
Which one's not ugly?
The rest of them.
Sarah would be the person though who like would go after the one her friend said not to.
Yeah.
Like
As soon as you say,
She's like,
"That's
I
Sarah
can
meets
fix
him and is
him.
like, hey, how you doing?
Okay, so you
I'm very
head.
attracted to physically mangled people who are hideous. And you meet the bill, bro.
You head to this very large,
Something for the fur
almost
balls.
monument type church. It has that kind of like Washington D.C. feel where you go under a roof and there's the columns, but you're like, I'm still kind of outside though, aren't I? Like,
Yeah.
the building starts, I think, somewhere, right? Like you're waiting to kind of be into the actual building.
Is there a lot of people?
No, it's relatively quiet.
Is there a priest?
There is a holy woman who is dressed in the colors of Aura the crone, which is like a light powdery blue and white, and they're also called mothers, so you recognize this would be like the mother of the house, and she is talking to a group of little children. You also see some like holy women walking around and having discussions. There's so this whole place has a center that the rows are all curved for a person to talk in the center, and then around each one, basically where you're at with columns, is almost like a gigantic hallway that's a perfect circle, and it has all 6 of the mothers represented as large statues, almost 2-story tall statues, one at every of the 6th point. And then in the center is a almost 3-story statue of Aura, the mother.
Okay. Is there like benches?
There are.
I'm gonna take Sarah to the closest bench to the front so I can see her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna set her down.
leave her here."
I'm gonna give her the toad,
Mm-hmm.
the makeup brush, and I'm gonna pull out some dried flowers
Okay.
and give them to Sarah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, Sarah, if you move from this spot, I'll kill you. So just stay.
Got it.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna go to the center of like the stage,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just gonna lay down starfish
Okay.
in the middle of the center of the stage and close my eyes and pray to Lavinia.
Okay.
But more in a conversation way. Like, hey Lavinia, how you doing?
Can
You
you,
know what I mean?
roll a religion check?
If I roll really low and she doesn't answer me, I'm gonna cry. If she's like,
She's just not returning my calls.
Like, remember how I pulled out that liar? Well, now I can pull out a god if I roll really low.
All right, now what if I pull a literal god?
13.
Would it be worth a nat 20?
If I pulled out a literal god right now, what do you want that 20 to you?
I got it right in my pocket.
And then tear the universe in half. See, I told you.
So with a 13, you close your eyes and you concentrate really hard. And a moment goes by and you feel a light brushing up almost on your skin. And you feel this calming sensation. But no voice comes or anything. And you kind of open an eye and the woman who you saw talking to the children earlier is just sitting next to you on the stage, kind of smiling at you.
Can I help you?
She's like, "Oh, hello.
Hi.
My name is Mother Nazalia. I am the mother here. I see you're communing, and that's wonderful, and I'm so excited for you. Has anyone spoken?"
Yeah. She answered me for sure.
Who are you speaking with? Which of the sisters?
I'm talking to. I don't know why.
Lavinia?
Yeah, I just don't know if I want to tell her that though.
Oh.
I guess, yeah, Lavinia. I'll be truthful for once in my life.
She's kind of like, "I would ask that you leave. I'm so sorry, child," and just gets up and walks off.
I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Fuck you.
Just echoes through the hall of the church.
I like my
You're
tongue.
like,
I just shut my eyes again, and I go. Why don't the people here like you? Girly, hard, messy.
one of the children runs up to you and is like, "Psst, hey,
What?
this is a church for the original sisters. If you like the maidens, you should go to a maiden church. They have some in downtown, I think.
Hey kid,
Yeah.
you're gonna want to walk away.
Okay, I'm just saying I'm down with the maidens. Okay, bye."
Okay, bye. Yeah, I'll leave and go downtown with Sarah.
Like, she's on a mission. She's like,
She's like, "This church is the right church. Come on."
Yeah, I grab Sarah and I very loudly take my lyre and begin playing a really horribly lewd song as I leave.
I know where we're not welcome.
When you said that
I
she
want
felt
to
the
disturb
light
the
brushing,
entire
Uh-huh.
church.
I thought it was
Sarah
going to be
with the
Sarah with the makeup brush.
I thought so too. Like,
Sarah being like, "You're doing so good."
but I also, when that lady stormed away, just reminded me. I just thought of the scene in Demolition Man where she's like, "You destroyed a $20 million mall to save this poor girl whose ransom was only like $40,000." She's like, "Hey, fuck you, lady."
Okay, you guys go storming off to go find a ferry or barge that can take you through the lock system and down to downtown.
Yep.
Uh,
Without telling anybody where I'm going or what
Yeah.
I'm doing.
What's the worst that can happen?
Oh, jeez.
I can get Sarah
Literally
killed.
nothing.
A double
That would be a
murder.
problem.
It wasn't me this time.
So let's head back to the peace and quiet. After spending a little time looking through the stacks of books and different levels and nooks and crannies, you do find your brother. And he's like, oh, hey, you made it. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I get so excited.
I know it's been a while.
It has been a while. How are you?
Grown like 4 inches.
I don't think so, but it's nice of you to say.
You're not as tall as Sarah now.
Hey, Sarah.
Oh, hi.
It's so good to see you. How's life?
Oh.
Okay.
Glad to hear it.
So tell me a little bit about your new business.
Well, we're given this storefront in Fairthorpe, and I thought it'd be the perfect place to sell some of our vegetables.
And they just gave you a storefront?
Yeah,
Wow.
we kind of saved the town, so
My God.
You're gonna be real popular when you get into town.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sure of it. They really liked us.
And listen, if anybody gives you a hard time, you just let them know that we've always got your back. And I think you'll be okay.
You guys?
Oh, well, sure, we're family.
Then they better pay up.
Hi. Who's your friend?
Oh, this is Zeke and Oliver.
Hello.
And then this is Nyx. And Melody... Where'd she go?
Oh, she's probably chasing Sarah around.
Oh, probably. Yeah, there's another
I
lady
mean, you
with
can
us.
get a choker chain on
And
that
she
girl.
tends to be a flat risk and runs around. So Melody's probably chasing after her. She's like a big sister to her almost.
So, what all
Big
do I need?
sister is the relationship you got out of that?
I guess. Maybe motherly?
How long y'all staying in town?
Oh, well, we actually are supposed to be going to Gilder Lake at some point. So
Woo!
I know.
You are a city boy now.
Oh,
I
wouldn't
never
say
thought
that.
I'd seen the
We
day.
just spent so much time in woods lately. And
Yeah, I understand that. I'm mostly fields myself. I'm more of a
I've
field
been in that
rabbit.
life. I remember helping Pa all the time.
Well, let me ask you this: Is there anybody I should talk to or ask for when I get to Fairthorpe?
Well, I'd give him the name of the town coordinator who was
Okay.
like on it for
Yeah.
helping with the festival.
The
Be
lady
like,
with the clipboard.
she's
Yeah.
real nice. She's a little overwhelmed, but she's always on. She knows what she's doing.
Okay.
Oh, and Leaf, what about his business neighbor next door at the what was that place called?
Jolly Baker?
No,
The Jam Man.
Jams.
James was a Jolly
I
Baker?
don't know if we want Jansen's jams.
We already told him that like he was coming, and then like, hey, you should look out for
Oh
him. He'll
yeah, I
be coming
guess.
to town.
I guess.
You did give him the heads up.
Yeah.
I do remember.
Okay, well, I'll talk to Jansen. Anybody I should avoid or stay away from, or anybody who might not like us?
Well,
Definitely the Jolly Bakers.
Yeah.
Razzo, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Razzo Brace Curdle.
His dad had died and was he was killing people at one point. So he might be a little more unstable.
Okay.
But
Oh my.
So just be a little cautious of him.
Okay.
I think he's harmless, but honestly, I think he's a little more dense than anything, and he might not be able to run his business on his own. But other than that, not that I can think of.
All right.
The
Great.
mayor's a little interesting, but I think he just likes to sleep mostly.
And you brought me the mule and the.
Yep, I already transferred over to stables. I saw the cart. I put the mule and both boars there. Figured that could help you out with some of your travels.
Oh wow. Well, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, figured maybe like a day. Take a couple days if you ever need to travel and get goods back and forth, or maybe we could set it up to where one of the sisters could drop some off for us
Okay.
to keep the store going.
Well, I tell you, you two have really done our family proud. And I know your
Well, thank
family would
you.
be really proud of you too. If they could see you now, they would really. I know they're looking down on you from heaven right now.
I'm gonna put a hand on
Rabbit in heaven.
his shoulder and say, I know you really mean that.
I do.
Now listen, there's some things that I need to tell you about the trip to town, and I'm going to use my excellent segue and the power of Mold Earth 2.
Bury him. You know too much now.
Things I need you to
You're
know.
the only one left that's not in the ground. I can cause shapes, colors, or both to appear in the dirt or on stone, spelling out words, creating images, or shaping patterns. I would like to, on the map back to where he's going to be going, mark out places not to go, namely cabins, spas,
Well,
bed and
spa
breakfast.
stays
You
now.
probably stay at the spa for free. That should be cleared now.
Yeah, it should have.
Especially if we tell.
He's okay. He's like, well, it's
tell
been out of my
Ron.
way. I think I'll probably stay on the main road.
Well, I would definitely though avoid this area. There were some highwaymen who were pretending to be boom guards.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's-
And I
why'd you guys come down from the north like that? You could have just came straight across, right?
Well, we made a stop.
Oh,
The weather wasn't the best, and
Oh.
we decided it might be best to try to find a place that we could get out of the rain.
Well, great. I'm probably going to spend the rest of the day here, and then I'll probably head out tomorrow morning and just head straight there.
Well, here's your copy of the key,
Okay.
and then I also am going to give him one of the long swords,
Okay.
just to be like, just in
He's
case.
like, Clink, he's like, this is great.
It's a dangerous road,
Yeah.
and we've encountered quite a few things along the way. I just want you to be safe. Keep the boars close too, and know those guys can really tear it up if they need to. So
Well, I really appreciate it.
please write when you get there.
I will. I'll send you out carrion bird, and it can find you.
Perfect.
Carrion bird.
Not crow.
Yeah, I mean, it's both. Eating dead things and carrying the letter.
How's Mom and Pa?
Oh, they're real good. They're not worried about you so much as they're just kind of concerned, but they're proud and they're excited for what you're doing. And I told them that you guys were doing really good. So I mean, I'll write to them as well and let them know I saw you.
Perfect.
And
And
yeah.
little brother and sister, they're doing well
they
too.
died. No, I'm just kidding. They're great. They're great.
Fuck! You and your humor
I
always
know.
gets me.
No, they're good. They're growing like weeds.
As are you.
Yeah. It's so good seeing y'all. And
Let me get you one of those drinks that we're required.
well,
to
I've been
get.
drinking tequila Mockingbird, and I really like that quite a bit. If you should try that one.
Oh, okay. I will certainly try. I also want to try some of that Jabberwocky gin.
Oh, I heard it's really good. They got Lord of the Gins too. There's more than one. I don't know if you know that.
Never heard of that.
It's a blend of 12, I believe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
just
sure there's only one of them.
It's one gin to rule them all. The all refers to the other gins. So yeah, you should try that too.
I certainly will. Well, I think I can only try 2 things.
I'll let you ride. I'm on my first one, so I can only have one too.
Well, whatever you want, that one's on me.
All right, I'll just stick with my tequila Mockingbird. What they always say: gin, tequila after gin, count me in. But gin after tequila, you're mean.
I'm gonna be feeling
You're feeling the bad.
Oh.
a bad.
Hopefully,
It's a me.
laugh in towns and villages, you'll learn a little bit more.
Yeah. Hopefully my rhyming gets better.
I'm
That's
gonna
the
go
goal.
buy 2 tequila Mockingbird shots.
All right. It's
4 drinks, cocktail.
yeah,
over
it's
there.
a halfling who makes it, and basically just Velma. She's just Velma.
Okay.
Or Velma.
Oh, Velma.
from-
I thought you were talking Velma and Louise.
No, she's Velma from Scooby Doo. She has
Okay.
she looks just like her. She's like, here you go, enjoy, and remember it's a 2-drink minimum and maximum.
I got it.
Okay,
Is there
enjoy.
like a punch card though, so you guys know?
Oh no, we just keep track.
Oh, okay.
Don't get out of line or anything.
What are the other drinks? You promised me book-themed cocktails, and I've only received 2. I want at least 7.
7 book themed.
Well, I gave him.
That's a real Oh yeah, you like reading? Name 7 books.
I'm Lance with Watch Mojo. Here's 7.
7 book themes.
I'm Lance with Watch Mojo. Here's 7 improv.
I mean, there's a short clip right there. It's just you struggling to come up with literary themes.
There's definitely. I see. The other problem is I need to come up with actual. I don't know much about drinks either.
Well,
The
that makes me
drinking
sad.
Game of Thrones. There's literally a whole
A
website
drinking
that
Game
I just
of
found that
Thrones.
is book themed cocktails.
Wow. So there you go. The first 7 on that are
There's whiskey business.
All right.
The Adventures of Sherbert Holmes.
The whiskey of winter.
Oh, that's nice.
I'll take a whiskey of winter.
Yeah.
I'll take a name of the gin.
There's a lot of gin here.
Oh, I'll put that on my recommendations next week, even though it's never going to be
It's
finished.
never going to be finished. That's the theme, the sub theme of this menu.
Yeah.
Book series that will never be finished.
All right. Yeah. So that's what you want.
Yes.
She's like, trendy guys. Don't even appreciate the classics. Yeah. Make sure you gin or whiskey. Yeah, you guys enjoy a nice afternoon.
Ooh, Pride and Prosecco.
Oh.
Nice.
Spagliato.
I should have gotten alcohol before I did what I was doing.
Well, I mean,
This is a
so
bad plan.
Stumbling drunkenly through the church.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
hey, you
That would've
stupid
been
bitch,
so much
talk to me.
funnier.
So, interestingly enough, when you came through the gates, you noticed that there were the gates had 2 giant swordfish carved into them with their swords crossing. And you know that this town is known for its swordfish that they catch out of the river. And as you're walking around, as you get closer to the dock area, you do find some like swordfish taco carts that do have like a beer and swordfish tacos. If you wanted to grab a can or something on the way,
Yeah.
a little walk me down as they're called. So you
Yeah, for sure.
yeah
This
they're
feels
just
like a good choice that I'm making.
they're just a
to
silver.
drink while.
It's called the John Travolta.
Yeah,
There's
this is great.
Sarah's like, yeah, no, we should definitely do that.
Yeah, Sarah. I don't know that. You know what? Yeah, you can have one.
Heck yeah, let's go. Girls' Day. Let's go find your. What are we doing?
We're going
Tattoos?
on an
We're gonna
adventure.
find
Tattoos. Do you want a tattoo?
I mean, do you?
I don't think I
Magic?
can get a tattoo.
You can't?
I
Oh, they
prefer.
can shave you, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
that'd be weird.
all right.
We can get you a tattoo.
Yeah?
You want a tattoo?
I mean, a little.
Well, what do you want the tattoo to be?
A star.
A star? Yeah, we'll get
Being
you.
born.
No, we're not doing that. We could do like a constellation.
Prize?
No, so Sarah, when you look up into the sky at night,
I know.
right? It's daytime.
Yeah.
The stars make pictures.
Oh, yeah.
So we could do a picture of something made out of stars.
Like the big spoon, little spoon.
Yeah, but we could do something cooler than that.
Okay.
We could even come up with our own thing.
We can make our own stars.
I'll design a tattoo
With
for
friendship.
you,
Okay.
and I'll pay for it, and we'll get you a tattoo, but not in this nice place where we're going. We'll get you a tattoo.
Okay.
We'll get you a
I
nice
totally picture
nice
Sarah
brand.
though being the type of girl who gets the tattooed anchor with like the quote "Nothing can hold me down,"
Oh my
even though
God.
that's what anchors do.
She so would. No. I'm gonna over the next week.
I've seen
My
it too
whole
much.
goal is to find and come up with a good tattoo for Sarah.
It's what it is. It's a good brand for your human trafficking.
Yeah.
All of the children that you then sell into slavery will be tattooed.
All the people that I'm
Tattooed
pimping out.
earrings, so that she
Yeah.
has to wear.
As you head down to the docks,
Definitely.
you pay 1 silver apiece to board a large ferry barge that is through a series of locks, goes down and then over and then down and then over, and it's about a 30-minute total process. for you and Sarah. You're enjoying your drinks. When you see a roughly 2 foot tall, you thought was a child for a moment, kind of watching you from across the boat. She has a short, like pixie cut, sandy blondish hair, and is wearing all kind of green dress.
Yeah.
And she keeps smiling at you from across the boat. And as she stands up to start walking over to you, you see that she actually has some shimmering wings peeking out from under like a green cloak. And she's like, Hi!
Hi.
You guys heading to downtown too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really, really fun. Hey, I wanted to ask you about your friend that I saw you with earlier. I think his name's Oliver?
Why are you asking?
Oh, absolutely. And literally gets in her pocket and pulls out a pouch with 10 gold coins in it. But these are different than the gold coins you've seen. They're kind of rough, like nugget-looking coins. And she's like, I just want a couple minutes of your time to ask you a couple questions, if you don't mind.
Never mind.
She's gonna end up in a river.
Absolutely.
I love
I
questions.
have a survey. Like, can you fill out this survey?
And she's like, great. So, where did you meet Oliver?
On the road here.
What do you know about his map?
That it got lit on fire and is gone.
That's not true. And you look over, and there's like another kind of like larger pixie-looking guy with kind of a belly, and he's like, "Oh, this is never gonna end." And they're like, "Hey, so we need you to be truthful with us, please. We got a whole kind of fey court that is really depending on this."
Sounds like a personal problem.
You need to deal with your own issues.
We don't talk to the cops in this house, and we definitely don't talk to strangers.
So I was wondering if I could possibly pay you quite a bit of gold to maybe help us get that map.
How much gold?
500?
We give it. How much are you gonna give me up front if I did it?
Well, I gave you the 10 just to talk to you.
Okay, so I never actually grabbed that out of your hands. So you haven't paid me anything yet. We're negotiating.
You know, I don't even have your name.
What's my character's name? Melody.
I thought you were trying to think of a fake one.
Should have just said for Sarah.
And,
No, it's okay.
and the pixie just turns around and smiles at the other pixie and is like, this is going to be
Fey
too
people.
easy.
Fey people are great.
And we're going to end there for the night.
Fey people, names.
I was gonna say,
she
remember
just
when I
like-
was the
I
face
didn't
as
think about
cat.
it.